It
ain't never my problem. Let me go along, so I don't have to worry about shit.
Hey, it's better than the shit they sell in the stores. That's all I got to say about that.
What do they sell in the stores?
Shit that causes cancer.
Well, damn.
First of all, anything from what I've seen from Crystal, anything causes cancer now. So I don't. I was probably be on this goddamn website. Probably cause cancer from what I've seen. Word is kind of fucking killer. And we are live. Welcome everybody to another episode of You Know What? Let me just say podcast. I am your host, Ray. With me as always, we have Father,
the purest of black.
We have a man that can't keep his dick in the pants for some reason. I want to tell TikTok about it, Dion.
Jesus. Right?
Really, nigga?
You say you know.
Dion did what?
He'll tell you.
I shared something that happened to me on TikTok. If you didn't see it, I'll share the link when we're done here. All I got to say is I agree with the one girl that commented on the video. Yeah, that was kind of creepy of her to just do what she did in that situation. That was a little creepy of her. Just a little bit.
I don't know what you expect. You had your dick out, but
I mean, if it would have been reversed, right? Say she came to the door and whatever she was wearing, like she came out in the bathroom and like her whole left titty was exposed for some reason or some shit like that, right? If it would have been me looking at her titty while she trying to talk to me, only God knows what the hell would have happened to me.
You better hope she was breastfeeding.
I mean, whatever.
I was about to say, if you thought a pussy was out, I was hoping you would make this sound.
Oh, no.
Stop it. Stop. You're done. You're done.
And continuing on, we have D-Wolf.
Yo, what's good?
We have Material Life.
Hey, y'all.
We got the lovely Crystal.
Hola.
And last but not least, we have Xavier.
Yes.
Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa, indeed.
Bruh.
Damn, why I didn't get the lovely Material Life?
Here we go. Here we go, Ray.
Okay.
Here we go.
You can't be showing favoritism and stuff. You got to be equal on both sides.
I'm showing favoritism now. I'm showing favoritism. I don't mean to show everybody here's my favorites. Like my father says to all his kids.
I was going to say, that's
what
parents say.
It's too late now. You should have just said, yeah, I am showing favoritism.
Well, wait, are we gonna wait? Are we just gonna skip over what the hell Xavier just said? Wait a minute. we're not gonna act like we didn't hear that. I'm sorry.
What did I say?
I think you drunk Boots because I don't know what you're talking about.
We all confused.
I didn't say nothing crazy.
Well, we gotta repeat it back so we can all hear it.
Who was it that said, "Oh, that's what the pads say"?
No, I said that's what parents say.
Parents, as in,
Yeah, I was about to say. I agree with Xavier. That's what my parents
say. Congratulations, you've won.
Yeah, almost had the whole chat on the uproar. You was ready to go in. Like, wait, what's going on?
Okay, thank God it's not the witch trial.
I thought Ray done said something slick. I was like, what Ray said?
Nah, I wouldn't do that.
All right, don't mind me. But anyway,
how is everybody doing today?
I'm feeling beautiful. That's all.
Damn good, yo.
Today is finally Thursday.
About to be Friday.
I know.
Had a day off and making some alterations to my car and succeeding. So really good. Plus my birthday week. So there's
Oh,
that.
oh yeah,
Nice.
it's your birthday.
Oh,
Happy
happy birthday.
Thank you.
As for me, I got beat up on field day by some kids.
Girl, I was about to be like, oh, you
You
said that's too
supposed to say
casual.
Well,
exactly first
what's the
at
story
the
about?
during field
What's the
day.
story? What's the story there?
Fun.
I feel like you had something to do with that.
Because when she said I got beat, I was like, damn, Crystal, what
First
happened?
of
Because I
all, they
know you're in
charged.
I,
Miami and they
I,
look ghetto over there.
I bet
So,
I bet she started it. You started it, didn't you?
I played the fifth. Moving
you
on.
know, Miami love to jump. So I was like,
Alright.
damn, Crystal, what did you do?
You know, we came in front. New Yorkers like to jump too,
True.
though.
Shit.
As much as they can one-on-one, but if you go to the Bronx, especially in the Bronx,
Oh Lord. Am I from the Bronx? Yeah. It's a hot.
I'm glad everybody's in a good mood today. That means we're gonna have a good podcast. That's
no,
what
it's not. Back to attitude.
Here go Xavier. I thrive off negativity.
Humbug.
just just chaos. That's
Yes.
what he is. Just chaos.
Yes.
Necessary chaos, though.
Yes.
All right. On with the show. I'm gonna start off with a do you care? And it's a do you care that Young Miami doesn't want to be a side chick anymore? After she's done with Diddy, she says she want a man of her own.
You want to know what I think is so crazy about that statement? She was the very same one that held it down when JT was doing her time in prison, only to be referred to be pissed on because she enjoyed it. That's the conversation about her. We're not having a conversation about her and her music. We're having a conversation about her getting peed on and not wanting to be a side chick anymore. That's what she did to herself. So, with that, I don't have anything to say about that. The story for itself.
On literally.
Well, she said that she likes her and Trino talking about certain kinks and other stuff that they enjoy, and she likes golden showers.
Oh, I thought that she did not volunteer to do that, and it was done. So
No, this is not R. Kelly. No.
She volunteered her own embarrassment. That's what she did.
Some things are better left
I mean,
unsaid.
I don't want to say it like I don't care, but you know what? I'm happy that she's using her brain and is finished using Diddy, and Diddy's finished using her, and let her move on and go to somebody around her age group and prosper from that, because I don't like when these girls start getting with Diddy, because like it just Diddy be playing them and he disrespects them by making comments like what he did with Cassie, and that's why Cassie's living her best life.
Indeed.
The song was low key trash too. So we
Damn.
Wait, what we talking about again? Wait, Young Miami and what?
her not wanting to be a side chick to anybody anymore.
When did that become? When did that become like? When did she say that? Or
It doesn't matter. It's not important.
It was on Twitter. I will find it and I'll find it and I'll send it to you just so you know what I'm talking about.
The only thing is, it's like it's contradictory because of the music that they make.
Exactly.
And though they're not talking about being side chicks, but technically you are, because if you're talking about doing stuff with men and using them for their money and this and that, you're gonna end up being a side chick. You're gonna end up being a side chick in those cases. So it's like now suddenly she's like, oh no, I want better for myself, which is good, but come on, girl.
so who's she the side chick with? I mean, like who's she the side chick of or
Well,
for?
she wasn't she was not a side chick technically.
I'm confused.
With Diddy, but Diddy was out here, out and
No, she
about
said
with
she's
this
the main chick
girl,
with Diddy.
right?
So
But
who's the other dude? She the side chick that she ain't telling us about. That's
oh,
I'm trying
okay.
because she dating. So I know she's the main chick with Diddy because that's the one that on the blogs with him, and everybody else is like secret meetups that gets revealed. So, but she's dating. So there's another dude.
Mm-hmm.
So who is she not telling us about? Did she let him go or
He
them?
married. He's married clearly.
I think Diddy would probably be the one letting go, but I don't.
His name is Love now. Gotta call him Love.
I ain't calling it. I ain't calling that
Loves to
shit.
be in denial.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, I'd love to talk about something else.
Well, that's why I was a Do You Care? So that's look. But on to what's been going on this week. And did any of y'all watch the Chris Rock stand-up special that happened on Netflix?
I
No,
wish. I saw part of it, but
but my
I'll watch it
parents
tomorrow.
did.
I'm honestly not interested. To be
My
completely
parents
honest.
were watching it, and it sounded funny. I don't listen to what the mass say because everybody wants to act like they know what they would do in that type of situation. And but my mother did say that he was calling Jada too many bitches for her liking.
He called on
She,
one. He called on one bitch. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
and
Son.
she was like, he needs his ass beat. I was
Of
like,
course.
but I don't know.
Of course.
Continues.
I didn't watch it.
I gotta see this, man.
I've seen the reruns from like the little clicks that the social media blogs put out, or like the radio. They talked about it, but to say, first of all, I would never like. I just didn't feel the need to go run to watch a Chris Rock special. I
Mhm.
didn't have the need to watch anything Chris Rock did before the slap. So, what made the special any different? Like, like there's comedians that you would like, oh, I gotta go see what they're gonna say because I know it's gonna be funny. But I didn't never think Chris Rock was so funny that I was like, oh, I gotta go see what he's talking about. And the things I heard from like the little clips and the things and stuff like that everybody was like, oh, it was him talking about Jada Pink, whatever, and Will Smith the slap, which you knew that was gonna be the thing that sold made everybody go watch it because
That's
he
what
was
sold
probably
it
gonna
for
speak
me.
about it. But still didn't watch it. Still got to see it. Um, Even though I don't pay for Netflix, but it was like, yeah, I wasn't gonna waste my time. But it was something else that on the radio they talked about, where I guess he talked about abortion, which was another hot topic because it says like how Dave Chappelle does his little comedy specials. And I think it was something where the DJ got upset because he said like, well, abortion should go up. If y'all want to fight for abortion, the thing should be to like 4 years old. And she was like really upset about that. And I'm just like, I think some parents we kind of understood the joke because some of these kids, they can really go to hell. But after a while, you like, even some of these adult kids, you probably like, damn, let me go ahead and send them back. But at this point, they stuck with you. But some people took it literal. I don't know. It was just, I guess I wouldn't find him funny, or I didn't find him funny before. But I guess if you're a Chris Rock fan, or like you think his comedy is funny, then that was somebody that would want to go watch that, or just to see the mess. But I wasn't here for it.
I always thought he was kind of funny. And this is not towards you, like me trying to say something smart, but Chris Rock shows are always sold out. A lot of people think that no one watches him for some reason, but a lot of his shows are always sold out, and he does big venues too. So I was, going back and forth with someone on Twitter because they're like, don't nobody watch that motherfucker, this and that. He's not funny. He's this and that. But he is funny, and he is funny to someone, just like how you think Dave Chappelle is just the best in the whole world. Nobody can tell you. I said, no, you can't tell other people who they found funny. I said, I don't know what makes you think Chris Rock is corny. Maybe because his voice is a little high. I don't know, but I think he's kind of funny. And I'm not going to say he's my fave. I'm like, he's funny. And he's doing just fine. He's doing just fine.
Did he create Everybody Hates Chris?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how people that's saying that have no clue how many times that he created a show that's actually hilarious to many people. So that's, but people don't do their research, are quick to downgrade or hate people. It's normal, but it's some days to me his comedy is funny and some days it's not. But I'm not going to like fully like just go online and be like he's a piece of crap and all of this shit. I did watch some of it. I didn't watch. I watched parts and pieces, and the part where he was talking about the abortion thing, it was funny because he was just basically saying he is for pro-life, but because he has daughters, he's for pro-choice as well. So he's saying like he gave an extreme situation where you would, I believe you can abort the child since 4 years old, but he didn't really mean that shit. He's just
It's
trying.
comedy.
It was comedy, and I just love how people take comedy and try to make it something real. Like it's like he physically went to that person that's like crying out and saying you should abort your child at 4. And half of the people that have an outrage don't even have kids, but I guess that's another topic.
She just said it so nonchalant. That's
No,
yo.
people could have opinion, but
Yeah.
front face and experience the fuckery of life, that shit is funny. We could laugh at dark comedy, but we can't laugh at a joke that's y'all was laughing all the way to the politics when they overturned abortion rights and stuff like that. But okay, let's be angry at a comedian that has no rights to the political views or laws. It's that selective outrage. So
Well, my thing is, bro, if you don't like what he said, you could like turn it off and like go
but
about your business.
why would they want that? That's no drama. They
Yeah.
want to feel like the victim. They want to feel like his word and his opinion
To be
creates
part of
laws
something.
because it creates laws in their fucking head. I'm all for people having their own opinion and stuff like that. But when you try to eternalize it, like it actually has anything to do with laws, y'all are focusing on the wrong thing. Let's talk about the Jim Crow law in Mississippi. Let's talk about that. That's been back in full swing. So, yeah. But yeah, let's talk about his shit.
Hey man, if you don't
But
like what he got to say, then just like charge it to the game and move on with your life. Yeah.
but a lot of them that didn't like him that watched it just to see what he was talking about Jada Pinkett and the whole Will Smith slap. They didn't like him to begin with, so they
Hmm.
was watching it just to see what he was gonna say,
Hate
so they
watching.
can like air it out or
Hate
like
watching.
to like make a little commentary or whatever the case may be.
Mhm.
It wasn't enough for me. And I know he made Everybody Hates Chris, and I don't have a problem with Everybody Hates Chris. The show was funny, and the actors did an amazing job. But he's still just not the type of comedian I would not like. I don't watch Cat Williams comedy specials. I don't watch Dave Chappelle comedy specials unless it's something that's like I'm like, oh, let me see what's going on with that. But it's not like I didn't like the Dave Chappelle show as a black person. I really didn't care for it. But that's not saying some people loved it. It's just certain comedians I do like, so I would go watch them. But I've never really been a big Chris Rock fan. So
Right. Yeah. Makes
like I've seen Kevin Hart's comedy specials, and even though he's not as fun as he used to be, but I still like I won't go run to it like instantly to go watch. I'm just not like I'm not for comedy special. I'm just not an instantly go run to it type person.
Right. And you're genuine about it. You're not like an asshole about it. You know how like people just say they hate it just because they haven't watched it. They barely even know what coffee they fucking like. They don't know themselves, and they're trying
She,
to talk all this shit material. You're real about your shit.
He's
I'm,
probably is
I'm really talking
funny.
about
I've
the
just
people.
never watched one comedy of him. So I've never seen a comedy from him ever in life. So he probably is funny. I just
I like
don't watch his
our comment
comedy though.
look
So
at like you need to be checked into an asylum. It's all good, you know, but it's people out here really, like fake kill himself. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And I'm just like, really? Okay, well, medication prescription for you. Like, no.
Like some people love Dave Chappelle like comedy and they just like die laughing the whole way through and I'm just like, okay. Like Kevin Hart in the beginning, before Money, he was very funny to me. Now I was just like, all right, I see. Like, do I want to go see a Monique show? Probably, I would probably laugh. Um, who else is a comedian? What's weird is that Steve Harvey at one point used to be a comedian. Like now you can't even see him being a comedian still.
Well, he makes me, no, he would make me laugh.
But he doesn't seem like no more like a comedian. But he was a comedian and he
He
was
was.
hilarious. Um, who else is another great comedian that just you wouldn't believe they were a comedian anymore because they just do normal people like they just big time now.
Shit, Martin Lawrence.
No, Martin, I'll definitely fly in for Martin because I know Martin gonna have me keep keying all the way to the bank
Shit.
because Martin is still funny now.
Yeah, okay.
still watch the reruns on HBO Max.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, I feel like I'm the only one that probably seen that thing all the way through. So I was.
Yeah, you gotta be the only one to be honest with us because all of us in here only seen clips. Crystal seen half. Xavier, I don't think Xavier watched it. His
Mm-mm.
mom did, so he don't even count either. He just like us.
Okay, for what? Okay, all right. For what I'm saying, if you ask me if it was funny or not, I thought it was funny. Is it like compared to like bigger and blacker and bring the pain? I wouldn't say so, but it was funny. The shit about Will and Jada, that was like the last 10 minutes of it. So what you were seeing was just probably like the last 10 minutes of it. And yeah, he went in. He could have did him dirty, but
He did,
he
did
went
him.
in and gave him his own.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Not to cut you off, forgive me. But did
Uh-huh.
you say him and Jada,
Entanglements.
you know, did it with whatever his name is?
Yeah,
August Alsina.
he mentioned August Alsina, but if you're asking me, I've heard people go at Jada and them worse. And the whole thing about him calling Jada a bitch, he called her a bitch once. He called Will a bitch more than he called Jada. So anybody telling you like that she was a array of bitches, he called her a bitch once. And I guess that if you multiply it by like 20 times, he called her a bitch 20 times. But in actuality, he called her a bitch once.
I think it's the clips on social media because I swear it felt like he was just saying the B word 300 times.
That
It
was
was
about
like,
Will. That don't like that was about Will. He was like, this person's calling him a bitch. This person that whole joke was about Will because everybody was calling him soft because she had an entanglement with August and you everything that Will built. Now everybody look at him used to look at him as just like alpha male dude.
mm,
Now everybody look at him as a bitch. That was kind of like what the whole thing was about. So
he better do it. Use that last 10 minutes so he can. had them all suck it in for a whole. What was it? How long was the comedy special? Hour?
It's about an hour 10. Yeah, but the other hour was good though. It's not even that it wasn't funny. The other hour stuff was good too. I mean,
Yeah.
he talked about everybody. He talked about white people being victims or white people.
Y'all heard he called them crackers.
Yeah, he did. He was
But
like,
nobody upset about that. They said everybody's so mad about him going in on black people, but they forgot he done talked about every race.
Talks about everyone, yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
Known for that, yo.
without spoiling much, he talked about OJ, he talked about Michael a little bit, he talked about Meghan Markle, which a lot of people was upset about that too.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Brother. She deserves whatever
A
comedian
lot of
has to say
people,
about her. I ain't even tripping.
but a lot of people said he just said stuff that people was already saying
Well,
about Meghan Markle, about the
It's
fact
all
that she
about the
was only
delivery.
black after she became royal, part of the royal family. All of a sudden she was black. She ain't never been black before. But everybody said that. It
well,
was not
here's
like
About the
he was the
delivery, yeah.
first one.
here's the thing about comedy is just like, well, back then where, let's say in the 90s where you didn't get the news all instant like everybody else gets it. So it's just like something like a Meghan Markle story would be talked about for months, whereas most people would talk about it for like a week and then pass on. So I think as far as which is why like a lot of comedians now when you go to shows, they ask you to put your cell phones in a bag so you don't record it shit because he probably used that joke like probably like the whole time he was on tour and probably just working on it until he, do his live recorded special. But yeah, so a lot of this stuff it was talk. Usually, a lot of comedians talk about past events, but at the same time, it's like we're in an age where a lot of shit happens, and a lot of shit, is recent now. So what he's probably talking about, we probably done discussed like what a couple months ago. So I expect that, but you won't hear from Chris. So even if you done been through the topic, it's probably good to hear from someone that got a funny opinion about it. So at least in my opinion about that. But overall, I did think the comedy sketch was good. So if you were interested, I would say watch it. And he also had a good bit about him and his daughter too. So, and I thought that was real. Like it was a genuine lesson learned there that I feel like everybody glossed over. So, but that's just me. Uh, any last words before we move on to our next topic?
No.
Oh, done with this, huh?
You been done with this. That's what. All right, on to our next topic. Father, I just seen what else you just put up, but I am gonna get to what I was supposed to talk to last week, but I forgot. So I'm gonna make sure I'm getting to this one first. So let me just pull up the video. I don't know if y'all remember her. I know Crystal knows she is. She's Danica Marie. And Father showed me this video, and I wanted y'all thoughts and opinions on this.
Oh no. I don't think I can see it.
Can you see it now?
Oh, it's not you, it's my phone. So you're good.
Okay. Just let me know if y'all can hear it or not.
Mhm.
Raised so high for men, right? Because I have messed up my life so much so when it came to Smokey and dealing with him. And now I have all this baggage, all this debt, all these kids, all of this stress, all of this depression. I have so much going on working against me. So now I'm at a point to where I need a man to be the best. I need a man to be at the top of his game. I need the richest man. This is why it happens, you guys, because we fuck our lives up so badly. I cannot even deal or date, entertain an average guy. Because my life calls for a rich, my life calls for a billionaire bitch to come through and fix this shit. Are y'all following me with that? This is why when it comes to these quote unquote for the streets ran through females, this is why they have such ridiculously high standards. It is because their lives now, the cleanup of it calls for such a thing. And y'all will look at her like, bitch, but you let Smokey hit it for free. You let Smokey do all this shit for nothing. Now when it comes to me, I gotta make this amount of money. I gotta be able to have that going on and take care of that and clean that up and fix this. Damn, it's damn. And it's because, yes, my life is in shambles. I can't afford just a $50,000 earning man to just come. That ain't shit. My debt alone is $50,000. My credit card debt alone is debt. We're not even going to talk about me trying to take my ass to school.
But you deserve a billionaire.
5 kids. We're not even going to talk about, my bills. Yeah, nigga, I need a nigga that's making $50,000 a month. And if you ain't got that, I don't know what to tell you.
So that's basically majority of her argument. And I don't think she was talking about herself, but the women that are like that.
She wasn't talking about herself. I
know
that.
she was. I know she wasn't talking about. So, Father, you basically came to me with this topic. I wanted to hear your thoughts first about it.
I just want to know if it was worth it. All that stuff that she was talking about in the situation that she put herself in, or the woman that put themselves in that type of situation, is it worth it to have to resort to ridiculously high standards for a problem that you cultivated yourself because you did not have the foresight to see how those decisions are going to have consequences? And I just feel like right now we're at a spot where people legitimately refuse to really understand the gravity of their decisions and the fact that they want to live a certain type of lifestyle, but they go through it in ways that aren't really legitimate. You know what I'm saying? You're arm candy for this dude that makes a whole bunch of money, but he has a lot of options because of the position that he's in. So it's going to come with that, it's going to come with that. And y'all accept this. And when we try to, say that, hey, you're worth more than that. Hey, maybe you should reevaluate what you're attracted to. Then it's like, we ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like there's a disregard for people who just are trying to look out for people and be like, yo, maybe this isn't the best decision. Yo, maybe you should invest in yourself. Maybe you should probably go to school. Maybe, you should probably gather like 2-3 of your homegirls together and develop a business plan so you can inspire your children that you brought into this world to at least, if at the very least, have some pride and confidence in your ability to make whatever of yourself that you want in this world. What greater example is that than seeing his mom and her 2 best friends running a business together that's successful? But instead, you're on the internet sitting there talking about, I need a man to make at least $50,000 a month because of the mistakes I made. Like, at some point, we gotta really look at what is going on here. It's a clown show. These are clowns. It's like watching a fucking circus, bro. It's like, bro, I'm watching American Horror Story Freak Show all over again at this point. Just watching these dudes and these women out here just talking about their fucking dating experiences and shit like that. Y'all are clowns. Like, at this particular point in time, y'all not even really just dating other people. Y'all just dating wallets. Y'all dating the status. Y'all are dating the perception of the person and not the actual person. And then you get upset when that shit doesn't work in your favor.
This is why I didn't date.
You know what I'm saying? It really takes someone to know themselves before, like, truly, genuinely know yourself. I'm talking about someone that looks in the mirror and, like, they see someone of worth, someone of value. They don't see, what their circumstances are. They just see this particular person. And I feel like that's missing now. That's why it's not authentic anymore. Every time it's surface level shit. It's, how much can I provide this? I'm a high value man. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm a, what do you bring to the table? That stupid ass question that they be asking. Like, bro, it's a circus, and this is why it's so hard for both of them because they're the problem.
Anybody else have something to say about it?
This is why I don't date. And I didn't date. I just let it happen organically.
I
Not
think
going through all that shit. Sorry, go ahead.
I honestly think y'all not hearing exactly what she's saying at all. Like I think y'all only hearing like being selective about what y'all hearing what she's saying. What exactly to me what I heard her say was like at this because she's definitely not in her 20s. Definitely not I wouldn't say she's 25. And she has come to the understanding I think something about five. Like I don't know. I think she has like 5 kids.
You
Or
do know she was not talking about herself, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
but
I
in
know that.
general, imagine. But just in general, a woman above the age of 30, let's say, or they have 5 kids or whatever the case may be. Be honest with yourself. A guy who's only making $50,000. When you calculate every kid, not every kid, but every 2 kids probably have to have their own room, or let's say two. Let's say they get most places won't even allow them in a 2-bedroom apartment unless they finessing the lease agreement with 5 kids. And what $50,000 is what about $3,000 a month. Let's say rent is nothing but keep going up. And yes, she works too, so they both bringing in a certain amount, and they both have
Why?
bills.
Why are you calculating this?
It's not calculating; it's being honest with yourself. It's not calculating anything. It's being honest. At
But
$50,000, a partner or whatever the case may be.
No,
At
she said
20,
she wants a guy that brings in 50,000 a month.
A month.
no, she says 50. She said no, 50,000 ain't enough. That's what she said.
Yeah,
No,
for a year ain't enough. She said you
no,
need
she
to be
said
making
she said he needs to be
50,000
making at least
a month.
50 because she went from saying like at this point I need like a billionaire,
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and then she said something, and he needs to
I
be
mean,
bringing in like 50,000 a
it
month.
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because when women like that, they're now in this stage where the average dude ain't got enough for her and her bullshit and her drama.
Yeah.
But the catch that she's trying to get 9 times out of 10 ain't gonna want nothing to do with her ass. So where
Mm,
does that leave her?
no, but the thing
But
is, Dion, even if that's the case, even if they do entertain those type of women, there's going to be
they are.
others.
They are.
That's what they need to understand. There's going to be others because this man has options because of his position and his status. They
Mm-hmm.
do this all
That
the
too.
fucking time. This is why, bro. This is why so many rich men get into affairs, bro, and they be
And then
single as fuck
and
that
then
know they be married.
and then still that girl with all that BS, the extra kids and the debt and blah blah blah. You're getting scraps compared to what this man can really do. That's something else they don't think about.
But my thing is, though, what billionaire is going to be looking at her saying, "Yeah, I want you"?
But
bingo.
that
If
that's the
if you're
point. That's the
if
point
you're
I was making.
if you're
That's the point I
saying
was making.
you have all these issues,
Mm-hmm.
what billionaire is going to sit there like the whole debt thing? Anybody can have debt because even successful doctors and lawyers have debt. So
Exactly.
that's not the point. But the whole thing is of I got these 5 kids. Well, sweetie, whose fault is that? No,
And
like that is not the
they out
billionaire's
there.
fault, and that's not the man who makes
Nigga,
$50,000 a month's fault. That is
But the
your
thing is,
fault.
they're
You need
out
to
nigga,
pull
there.
yourself up by the bootstraps and get yourself together.
The reason why
So that's
nigga.
where she said, "Okay, I need to go to school." Exactly, or do something better, or continue to apply for jobs that will that will benefit you better in life and help you out, but you getting a rich man is just not, it's not going to last long.
The
All
reason
of
why
that
they
is not
say
going to
that,
last long.
but the reason they can say that is because it's happening.
Oh yeah,
It's
of
not like
course.
it's not happening.
But
If
it's not happening
if
for a
it
long time
wasn't,
though. It don't
well,
last.
they're not looking for it to last. That's a 1% for it to last.
But it's not, but you
But
need it to last. You have 5 kids, debt, you're trying to live a certain lifestyle. Okay, you date the man for 2 years. When he's gone, then what?
but they're
You
not.
just moved yourself into this condo that costs $7,000 a month. Okay,
But
what you
you
about to do
probably had
now?
him like buy or something. So these
That
girls.
man ain't buying nothing.
What
If he
she
know
said?
it, if he know it, that's
What she
a
said?
little
These girls
fling.
that lived like,
He ain't
I guess
buying that.
they lived that like trap life prior to, and so like they have so much damage and blase, and now for them to sustain that, I guess the lifestyle they're accustomed to.
The thing is though, if you're gonna get somebody like that, you need to get you a man who wants you for real, for that to last. Because
Um,
all them trap
if,
dudes, they spend money, big money, on the women that they really are
mhm.
into and really love. Some
If
chick
the
that they
sugar
just gonna be
baby,
screwing around with, girl, you're not getting all of that.
them sugar baby community been holding, sustaining, and living the life and living on for centuries and centuries to come.
Of
Um,
course, but it
so
doesn't
I don't think
last
she has.
unless you get something grounded. But until the man dies, or until the man stops, or the woman stops doing it for you, you're not going to continue that lifestyle.
Then they just move on to the next. But they probably got 3 or 4 in rotation.
Mm.
The
That's
reason
how they.
why,
That's how they live.
the reason why I like Danica is because the way that she speaks is as if she is the person that she's speaking about. So hopefully the woman that the type of woman she's speaking about can kind of tune in and figure out if this sounds like her, then the message is really for her, right? But moving on, I think the problem is that these women, because they look for men with a chaotic mind, they think that money solves everything. And let me tell you something. Money ain't got shit about resolving your emotional discord. You can get the man with all your issues that you can hide and put under the rug. But once you get him, he's hardly going to be home. He has to make money and so on. And you're going to be stuck there, still not being emotionally poured into. Okay. And if you got all these fucking issues, you are going to snap. You are going to be in a situation where you're going to lose him. And rich guys or wealthy guys, they do have options. So don't think that you are going to be the prize. From personal experience, pick the man that is willing to give his last. And when it comes to children, I personally have 4, but I am in a situation where I have a trucking business. And it did not come from having a man with money. It had everything to do with having someone that gave his last and was putting his effort where it needed to be put. If
There's
you
some
have
background noise.
a huh?
There's background noise. Can't really hear you.
Oh, that's not mine.
It
Um
ain't me.
so so when you do not deal with the man that naturally can give his last, you asking him to give you the basics, like, I don't know, a kiss before he goes to work, you are going to annoy the fuck out of him because he's not used to having to do something that's out of his control. If you relate anything to this type of man that's constantly just looking to make money, it's no way that he can balance work and you on an emotional level. So what tends to happen? You check out and then you become miserable. But realistically, a woman with all those damn kids, all those damn issues, she will never really get the wealthy man or the high value man or whatever you want to call it. It's unrealistic because people who are wealthy or have money, they invest in things that they can get a return investment on. What the fuck is that? How are they going to get back an investment on someone who needs therapy, who has all these children, who have all these baby daddies? It does not make sense. And I don't see it happening. So when these women with a chaotic mind go out looking for these type of men, they only deal with men that end up getting locked up after 2 months of meeting them and getting knocked up by the same guy that's selling drugs on the corner. But for them, it's a win until they realize they're still living in the same projects that their mom and their mom before them grew up in.
Mm-hmm.
She said you ain't an investment.
Not one bit.
My and you know, and my other little comment is, it seemed like it's always okay for women to do that, but when it's the man, it's a whole bunch of men are not supposed to do this and men can't do that. I'm like, if his life is in shambles, why can't he have a woman pick him up from the bootstraps? And then the conversation turns to, well, it happens already. It happens now.
Let me
No.
tell
Men is doing that though.
the man that I was married to for 15 years, I got him his first job. I'm the one that invested. Every time I got my tax money, if he wanted to start a car business, I invested in it. I invested in a lot of stuff. That's why I'm sitting with a small trucking business, because I invested, because I knew my investment was going to have a return on it. And he knew that his investment in me was going to have a return on it. Sometimes you don't get your Prince Charming with $100 million fucking dollars. Sometimes when you have a man that's constantly looking for the next best business deal or the next thing that can bring wealth into your fucking family, and you see him come home, he only got $30 and he still decides to buy a $10 meal for everybody just so we can have movie night. Why the fuck would you say he's not good enough to build? He's giving his fucking last, and he's the type of person that even if you guys divorce, he still has your fucking back because you always had his. It's much more than a piece of paper of marriage. It's about loyalty and knowing what true love is. Love is knowing you can let the person go and be okay. But let's invest in money because money gives love, right? Dumbasses.
But no, when I say the comment I said too is like, it seems in like just in the world, it's always acceptable for the man to take a woman in distress and help her build up and, you know, do all this stuff, or she needs the help, or if she has all this baggage, he needs to come in and sweep her up and do all this other stuff. But like when it comes to like a man, a lot of times, and I know we had this conversation many of times, but it's like usually when it comes to the man, and if this is his situation, it is frowned upon, or it is that he's a bum, and that, you know, that's I'm not his mother, I'm not his, you know, I'm not his wife, you know, I shouldn't be responsible, or I shouldn't have to be dealing with this nonsense. And it's like sometimes I'm like, you know, I feel like it should be both ways. If a woman is able to help him succeed and drive up, because that's what happened to my mom's friend. My mom's friend worked for Kellogg's and then moved to Crayola, and she's been doing that from the 90s to like until like maybe a few years ago. Now she's with another big company, and her current husband, she met him at Enterprise Car Rental, and he was an employee. He wanted to talk to her, and she's very persnickety, very bougie, and she made him basically change his life around. She gave him jobs from people that she knew, and she built him up, and now he's like one of like these important guys at Geico, and travels around the United States for like months on end, and, you know, buys her stuff that she could buy on her own, but he buys it for her now. And it's like he was not able to do that at first, and he had 2 daughters. Not that he was struggling or anything, but you know what I mean, like, you know, he had 2 daughters, he was divorced already.
Yep.
And his wife was very ghetto, and she was very nasty, and Wanda is not like that at all. So it's like she really changed him. and they're happy as ever, and they've been married for now I think 16 years or 15
That's
years,
cute.
and you know, I always looked at stories like that. And same thing with like Tia Mari. Like I love stuff like that because I know if even if I was super wealthy and if there's a guy that I really like and he can't afford the stuff that I like, but he can afford, you know, to buy me my favorite thing from Taco Bell, or you know, we go out and get like 3 boba teas and you know walk around and get ramen, and that if that's his budget, I don't care because I like you for you. And like a lot of people don't think that they're like, oh no, this person needs to match me, but sometimes it
Hmm.
don't need to match. Sometimes
The
it's
fact that
it's okay if you have a little bit more, as long as if he's not using you. I don't think it's a problem
hmm
because you know that could be your happiness, your Prince Charming, your princess, your queen.
any person that's willing to invest in you, even if it's small, like say your favorite ice cream is strawberry, and he buys you strawberry after having a long day at work, you
That's
can't.
something,
That's worth it and all the money in the world.
right? Because that person remembers. That
Because a lot
person,
of people in my family put me down because I decided to get the man that I saw as my future husband at the time a fucking job at Eminem's World. Yeah, because we need to make money in this house, and he's willing
right?
to work with
And the
me.
thing is, though,
Gonna be
you
fun.
don't know what that could lead to. Yes, it may not lead to it, but he could become the general manager, then go into corporate.
But
You just don't know.
a lot of people like to get things without investing, and what they invest in is people who you think they have, a mindset, but they'll take their same $50,000 check and spend it on shoes, spend it on things that you can't get it cannot circle back with wealth. But you
Mm-hmm.
kind of they look good, but where's their business?
Hmm.
I'll wait.
Just like,
Exactly. You talk about so the
huh?
difference between guys who do like who let's say that the women take care of the guys is they don't
Hmm.
really talk about it versus the girls who all want to live in this sugar baby era, this city girl era. They're more open about speaking on it. The guys don't speak about it. The only time we ever hear about it or is when they get divorced from like the Halle Berry and the who was it? And Mary J. Blige's exes or
Hmm.
Britney Spears exes. But there's a whole lot of guys that's low level that's sitting at home right now while their girlfriend or wife or whatever is working her ass off, taking care of him, and he's sitting at home chilling and they ain't got no kids at the house. But they're not about
Hmm.
to sit there and brag massively online or
No.
make a whole YouTube channel that talks about in regards to the fact that they just sit at home doing absolutely nothing
Uh-huh.
versus where the
But
female can do that and
could
other
that be
people.
because it is like I said, like because it's frowned upon? You know what I
But
mean?
it's anytime a man is just sitting at home, they gonna
Right.
frown upon it.
Right.
it
Yeah.
don't
But
it don't matter
it's like
if he was
if the
straight or
woman is at
gay.
home, it's not it's and I'm not, you know, I'm not trying to be funny with you or nothing like that. It's just that
No,
when the woman is at home doing nothing, it's okay though.
because the thing is they feel like the expectations for females is so low. It's sad. Like let's be honest, the expectations for female is so low in around the world in general, not just in
Yeah.
America, but in like other foreign countries, it's
Oh
even lower.
yes. Okay.
America's
Don't
But
get
expectations
me
for women is a
started.
little bit
Don't.
higher than foreign countries,
Okay,
but
because don't get me started.
it's
From
in
funny.
Saudi Arabia.
the expectations for
Oh,
females to really be bosses is just really low. They feel like that's a like a unicorn. So it's
Right.
okay for a girl. Yeah, these sugar baby eras and the city girl eras and stuff like that, and this fake woman empowerment movement
Oh
and
no.
stuff like that. And that's everyone. If this right now, the thing is like the same way where churches can speak on like, oh, building wealth. Oh, I hope this year is your year, and girls love that. Girls is eating it up.
Mm.
And if guys was making a YouTube channel where they spoke on just being at home and they women just working and guys really want to hear that, it would just be a bigger movement. But the thing is, these girls is eating it up and they're growing it, and that's why 20 girls can make the same type of content in regards to like how to get a sugar daddy, how to stay at home and do absolutely nothing,
I can't believe
how
that.
can you be chaotic and find you a man that loves that chaotic lifestyle, how you can pretend that your life is so great and then find you a man that makes a lot of money, or where to go to find men that make a lot of money and just
Oh,
looking for someone on the
those
side.
videos be pissing me off because I'm sitting here like, sweetie, you don't even look like the type that they would pick up at the damn bar. So don't even.
But
Right.
They be
it's
making me so
happening though.
bad.
That's the crazy thing is it's
No,
really
no,
happening.
some of them, yes. But
But
some of the girls that be making them videos, I'm sitting here like, girl, no one's checking you out
It's
at the
just,
Four Seasons.
I
Stop it.
know, but the thing is, people are these girls
But you guys
they
would be
want something
surprised
so
though.
bad.
They want to be. They over here with a cow hoof shoved in a shoe. Talking about these men be doing this and that. I'm like, oh
But
yeah.
some of these men do love them some heavy set, like
And it's
some
a
bad
fetish
bodies. They
thing
just
though.
love it though.
It's a fetish type thing.
how
And I'm just be sitting there looking at these girls like, girl, you know this is a fetish. Or
I
you know it's
mhm.
a sexual thing, which I'm like, I wish you would stop accepting that.
Yeah, but at the same time, I think you like said it earlier, and Crystal said it too. Like the thing y'all were like really harping on is gratitude. When y'all were taking the example of the dude who's making like regular money versus somebody who's making a lot more money. In that case, being a woman, just having that gratitude of the little things in the relationship that make you
Mhm.
smile goes such a long way, and it's
Mhm.
something money literally can't buy. So the fact that they're trying to they're trying to make it like this math equation, like rich man plus having a big booty equals grand lifestyle, and I'm like, bro, that's not, no, like, stop.
Right.
What you need to understand is that life is not about the shit that you got and how much you can flex and how many people look up to you. It's about none of that. What life is about is making sure that you leave a legacy that you could leave behind, that so that when you depart on this earth, people can look at your example and people can look at what you contributed so that they too can be inspired and keep that type of energy going. Remember, energy never dies, it gets transferred. So you having all this energy about you wanting this particular type of lifestyle, and not only that, but you're trying to force this. You feeling what I'm saying? So you're making
Mhm.
reckless decisions. You're not checking men about the shit that they're into, regardless of the money that they got. Like, maybe consider the fact that, yo, this dude, what's the relationship like with his friends? What is relationship like with his family? How does he react when he doesn't get his way? How patient is he? Like, all of that shit is important when you're looking for a mate, because those are the type of things you're going to be living with in your home. So if you know that you're not compatible with somebody, but they got this money and they got all this shit that you need to live the type of lifestyle that you want, that's why that question is there. Is it worth it? Because you can make all these decisions and you can live that type of lifestyle and you can reap all the benefits. And you know that shit, how they say, I'd rather cry in a Bentley than a Honda. And I'm like, bro, why are you crying in the fucking first place? Like, do you hear yourself?
Shit.
Mhm.
Like,
But
bro.
Okay.
if I could just be annoying and be devil's advocate, I can honestly say I will not mind being a stay-at-home husband, wife, and just go shopping and be a philanthropist and travel the world and just be fabulous. Now, I know I just said all that about people doing that, but at the same time, if you're at least doing something with yourself, but I won't mind being that.
You gotta pick a side, man.
Um, honest,
You gotta pick a side, bro.
That's all right, because my
honest,
mother always says that she doesn't think I was born to work. She said, you need to be married to some
amen. Say
man.
that again.
I
Say
said,
Yeah.
that one more time for the
I know,
people in the
Mom.
back.
Whoever signed me up to be all this independent shit, I didn't sign up for this shit. Do you know how much daycare is?
Oh, honey, I
$300
know.
a fucking week, and it goes up the
Hmm.
younger the child is. So I said to my husband, I said, you're gonna stay home because evidently $7 an hour ain't cutting it. And I'm a medical assistant getting $10 at the time. I said it doesn't make sense. Rent is like $800. I'm not doing that shit.
No, why one of the places that my sister wanted to take her son is $500 a week. I
Yeah,
was
that
like,
sounds
God
great.
damn.
That
Not
sounds
even every 2 weeks?
newborn.
A week?
That's a newborn or 2 years, because that's the trifling prices I was talking about. How is anybody gonna make it on, I want to say $13-14 an hour, both people working, and you got to carry your child to the child care center. So it makes sense for one of the parents to stay home, correct?
Mm-hmm. They said, look, we didn't tell you to have a child, girl, so figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
And
You ain't know
they
about
about
that
to
part.
take
That's what
EBT and food stamps away over here in the DMV. So it's
No,
gonna be
they
some.
not.
Oh no, they're gonna take it away. I guarantee
Aren't
you.
you working?
Oh no, they can't be. Let me tell you why.
I'm listening.
You want to see
Mm.
apocalyptic? When I can't give him a
I
crab
100%
legs.
agree with you.
I can't
Not the
get my
crab legs. Not the crab legs.
Look, Marciano told me that's what they used to do in the farms. I said, oh, I didn't. I mean, I knew it, but at the same time, it's like just thinking like you're not supposed to be buying that, but the places at the wharfs allow it. That's too funny.
I don't think I've ever gone there.
Well, it's
You ever
different
been
now.
to
It's
what?
fabulous, and I'm about to go there next Saturday because I got reservations at Hell's Kitchen restaurant. I can't wait to see the blue team and the red team and get my
Let me know
beef
how.
Wellington.
Let me know how it goes,
Are
Xavier.
Oh, I
you the
shall.
person to laugh at fucked up situations? Because if you go to Hell's Kitchen, you're gonna be laughing the whole fucking, and you
Well,
gotta hope that they don't do something funky to you.
I just
Sounds
hope
like fun.
I just hope that like we just randomly go when they're filming the show, even though I know this is not gonna happen. Because they do it in Las Vegas and Los Angeles. But I would love for them to be filming that day. So I could be like so I could hear, what are you? I'm an idiot sandwich. This cow's overcooked.
Mm-mm.
Burned.
It's bloody and raw. All right. Any last words before we move on to the next topic?
Don't be
I want
gamely.
to say this one thing. So it's a small number of girls that are like, you know, on this like high billionaire, high value, whatever status that like gets because they keep on getting repeated and repeated and shown out. Versus there's a lot of girls who still have the traditional values. It's a lot of girls who still date normal men who's happy and content, but for some odd reason they easily get overshadowed
Of course.
to
Because
a
now she's
to,
basic.
and she's bad. And then they accidentally just one day just for some reason a high value man find them and he's not a dirtbag, he's not a cheater, he's not horrible, he's a great guy. Or sometimes
Mm-hmm.
they start up like what's her name, Brittany Reynolds, how she went and looked for them in college before they became high value. So
Mm-hmm. I mean, look at Sierra. I mean, they not that. I mean,
yeah,
her. I mean, it's like it's. I'm not trying to say it's like that, but
she
at the
did
same
turn
time, like
two regular guys to high value. So I
right,
understand
people
because
go in on
Future
her ass,
was definitely a regular, just a regular dude that, had a bunch of baby mamas.
and I was very upset when she got with him.
hmm And then all of a sudden he was well known. And then Russell Wilson, yeah, he was already in the NFL, but let's be honest, most of the people who follow celebrities or whatever didn't know his existence, other
Mm-hmm.
than people who watch football on a regular basis and stuff like that. But he also wasn't making the amount of money he's making now versus back then.
That
Okay.
right, sister.
My bad. You done? You done? Me? You done? Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Nobody. I don't want to cut nobody else. Okay. On to on to our next topic. I know Father and I have gone into this extensively, and I would like to hear other people's opinions. Y'all heard about the guy on TikTok? He was like, he had 7 kids by 7 different baby mamas, and didn't want to take care of none of his kids.
Yep.
And obviously, me and Father, we done got it. We done had a good little chat and debate about it. I know Dion joined in late, and I guess other people joined in too. But I'm gonna just say, since y'all don't see the video, whoever can go first, y'all can go first. How did y'all feel about the way he was presenting himself in that video?
I know people didn't like his delivery, but I understood the message. I see where he's coming from. I've had this kind of conversation before on this podcast back in the early days. Many people, of course, will say it's her body, it's her choice. But I always said, when a man is just he's
Honest.
so honest and very sure that he does not want the child, and he's not shit. Why? And like I said, I understand it's her body, but why would you continue to go ahead with the child and then be upset that he's not in the child's life when all you simply had to do is make him pay for the pill or the
or just not sleep with him.
well, I mean, mistake. I hate this. I
They
hate
gonna sleep
saying
with him.
this,
They
but
gonna sleep
mistakes
with him.
happen.
No,
People
there was
gonna
no
fuck.
mistake happen. There
People
was
gonna
no
fuck.
mistake happen. Exactly. They
What?
gonna sleep.
She tripped, fell, and landed on his dick.
No,
There was
but
no
Dion, people gonna fuck, bro.
exactly what Trip landing
That's what
is
I'm
what.
saying. There's no mistake about that. Like
No, I
you,
don't think you're understanding what I'm saying, Dion. People are going to fuck.
Let us
no,
wait. Hold on. Let Xavier finish. Let Xavier finish.
Well, I mean, I didn't have, I didn't have too much left to say, but it's just that I just feel like if a man is like going off on me, telling me he does not want a fucking child, he's not ready for a child. You need to abort it, girl. Get rid of it. But like I said, I know I've never been through those issues. I've never been through that problem, so I can't really talk. But I also want people to stop saying, "Well, he should have wore a condom." Well, she should have never fucked him without the condom. And it goes both ways, and it's just like, yeah. But at the end of the day, it
Thank
was
you.
him. But at the end of the day, she also lay there knowing that he didn't have a condom on because she
Hmm.
also wanted to feel him.
Hmm.
So I'm like, you can't keep saying the man, oh, it's his responsibility. No, it's her responsibility too. Guess what? It's her body. She didn't want that raw pee pee up in her. She should have
Yo.
aborted her. And it's like, I don't know, like it's such a troublesome conversation, but
No, I'm actually glad you said that, Xavier. I'm actually very glad you said that because my issue was not the fact that he was honest. It was just the simple fact that this is how you are going to represent yourself for the world to see. In a world that already fucking stigmatizes you as a black man, you are going to get on the internet, you are going to get on Al Gore's internet and perpetuate that type of, image. You feel what I'm saying? That's my issue because what it does is that it makes it even harder for people it makes it even harder for people, especially coming from like the places that we come from and seeing the shit that we don't see. Like, when I saw that fucking clip, what I saw? I saw fucking episodes of Maury all over again, bro. Because
I
that's the
rolled my
type of shit.
eyes.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying? It's very like I'm gonna say before, it's like clown shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like, bro, Maury was on TV for fucking decades because people are ghetto. You feeling what I'm saying? Like people, they make decisions, and these are the consequences that come from these decisions. And now all of a sudden they're acting like the fucking girl from Bird Box, that Netflix movie, with the fucking blindfolds on whenever you check them on it. You feeling what I'm saying? It's like, yo, I mean, I can respect the fact that the man is honest, like fine, cool, whatever. But you sitting there saying that you brought children in this world and you're actively not taking care of them, like, regardless of the fact that you were honest or not, that's not a good look, bro. It's not a good look. And you're going to get checked for that because people don't like deadbeats.
Thank you for saying that. Oh my gosh.
You're welcome.
No, because so many people were so focused on his deliverance and just the aspect of everything he was saying. But I'm like, at what point will anybody like check him about it? Like, at what point do men hold each other accountable for these actions? Because it goes back to that. It goes back to saying, okay, everybody has their own opinion. I get that. But I don't know if anybody on this line has kids, has daughters or whatever. If your daughter were to come to you with the same situation, saying that she met this guy, she was dating, she's pregnant for him, she told him about the birth, he want an abortion. I mean, the same opinion that you're sharing out in the open, would you share that same opinion to your daughter? Like, well, you slept with him, that was your decision. I mean, how would you handle that situation?
Honestly, that conversation would have been said. Because first of all, especially if they're, not 20, I'm like, you want to be grown and have unprotected sex. This is what happens. And that's the responsibility. So you have to make that decision.
Right.
But if he says he does not want a child,
Mm-hmm.
and you are 17 years old, so you need to think about it, because you have a track and field scholarship, and you have a lot of stuff you want to do in your life, and that child will hinder it for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But
A
I'm
lot of
here. But you need to think twice about a man who says he doesn't want it and he doesn't fucking fuck with you if you have the child. Think hard and sleep on it. And you could cry, and you're not gonna say this part, but she can cry as much as you want, because I'm gonna sit here and be like,
She's already trying.
come on, it's not 1950, it's not 1940. We all know what happens.
But I think for me, also just looking at it the way I'm looking at it, because we throw away the word abortion around so much as if it's nothing. Oh yeah, just go ahead and go
Oh
get an
no,
abortion.
yeah,
It's
I
nothing. It's
know.
not a big deal. Not knowing if this abortion could become a fatal thing. Not knowing if this abortion could be the last time you are able to have kids. Not knowing if this abortion can cause other medical issues. So to just freely tell somebody, hey, I don't want this kid. Here you go, a few dollars. Go ahead and get an abortion, as if that is the solution and that takes away everything. And even if none of what I just said happens to that person, what about the damage, the emotional damage, the mental damage, that it caused on that person? And I mean, are we looking at it from that aspect too? Like, it's not just get an abortion and then problem solved.
Are we talking about the man that's supposed to be looking at it? Because it was already established he don't give a fuck.
Well, just both sides, really, not just the man, but just both sides,
Okay, so when it comes to the emotional discord for both sides, more than likely we're talking about if we're talking about the man that decided to go on video and say, well, she didn't ask for a condom, I guess the issue really stems from the parent bringing up the daughter so that she does ask for the man to put a fucking condom on. We all know that consequences happen once that she can die. A Black woman has a high mortality rate of in the fucking hospital. Married, not married, it doesn't even matter. The man being there emotionally or not, she can fucking die because people are very neglectful in the medical field. So I think it really stems from the
Absolutely.
rearing of the child. Because I have a teenage daughter, and I would basically tell her the same thing. What did the man say before you lay down? Okay, well, if she keeps repeating itself over and over again, having kids with men that constantly tell her they ain't shit, showing her they ain't shit, then I would say my child needs to go for a mental evaluation and an abortion while bringing in more.
I'm not trying to laugh, but
I
it's
can't
just the
even
way you
deal with
say it.
you.
It's just the way you said it. It was funny though.
No, my child need to go to a mental evaluation.
Oh, she does. If she keeps having kids with men that don't give a fuck about her,
Right.
that's sick. That means she's mentally ill and she's looking for love in the wrong fucking place. A child's going to love a woman unconditionally. So when women keep having sex with these no good fucking retarded guys, it makes fucking sense. Maybe it's somewhere I went wrong, but we're going to get that shit evaluated ASAP.
Honestly, I think I probably watched like 1.5 minutes of that video when I first saw it. I had already left the video after he started speaking on the fact that all the other girls that he did get pregnant, they went and got the abortion, and all of the girls he sleep with, they kind of all know that he doesn't want kids, and they're like, y'all still slept with him. He
Right.
doesn't want
See, I
kids.
didn't know that
Disgusting.
part because like I told you, I rolled my eyes. I
It's
just
not
heard.
even the
Yeah,
I read
sleeping
the
with them
I
part.
title.
was
It's the whole nut, letting them nut up in them. That's the
I
whole,
read
like,
the
you know?
title. I
I
said,
didn't
I'm
think it
over
was gonna
this.
go that viral, to be honest, because I'm like, I guess because this is like there's a lot of him all over the place on both sides. Like
Okay.
not
No
just
pun intended.
not just like on men only, but there's a lot of men that probably agree with him and think like him that's not taking care of their kids. And there's a lot
Mhm.
of women that I don't know why they still have these kids and they don't take care of their kids and they just mentally shut out of these kids' life and not in it at all. Um or
I
they
will say
just
on
don't
Yeah,
Twitter, a lot of
because
men were condemning him. I will say that a lot of men were like, "He sounds dumb. This is the ignorant shit that we can't stand." So on and so forth. So that was nice.
Oh yeah, I
yeah,
called him a
that's
piece of
some
shit. I called
bullshit,
him a piece
bro.
of shit.
That's
And plus,
that's
I
some
honestly
bullshit.
don't believe he was like every woman he met. He was saying, "Hey, I don't want kids, so I just want to give you the heads up before we have sex." I think that
Okay.
conversation was something that was had after they had sex.
Okay.
She got pregnant, and it was like, "Oh, I forgot to tell you, I don't want
Right.
kids. So, do you want to get
Because
abortion? If not, you on your own." I
literally
believe that's
one
what it
of
was.
the comments, a woman said that, why didn't you tell her that first? And somebody was like, sweetie, when you're having sex with someone who just says, hey, just let you know, I don't want to have kids, so you might want to take a morning pill. Like, no one says that. I was like, right.
it's the same way people not asking, oh, do you have an STD before they go smack dab and go raw? Or they're saying,
Okay.
oh, before it's getting a little hot and steamy right now. Let's go to the clinic and both get tested before we do something out of control.
See, that's
Or
me. That's what I want to do. I want to be
But
like,
you know what pissed me off about the guy? What pissed me off the most, and I think he should get, what do men get when they can't have kids anymore? What is it called?
vasectomy?
Yeah, I think that somebody really needs to pick his ass up and give him that, because what pissed me off, and he was saying it with a fucking smirk. He said, well, if they don't give a fuck about, you know, wearing a condom or having me wear a condom or the, he just said it with this smile on his face that I
he
wanted to
said,
wipe.
like, kind of like he was very pompous.
Like he was proud of fucking over people's fucking life. Well, if they don't care about their life, why should I?
I have a
That
feeling,
nigga
Kristen. Did you watch
he
the
needs
whole
to,
thing?
huh?
Did you watch the whole thing?
Oh yes. You know me. I
That's
had
what I'm like.
some.
I didn't even hear. Like, I think I really watched like a minute and a half, or
No, I
probably less
watched
than
the
that.
whole thing.
I
So if I see his ass on the street, it's on site. Because you're
I
doing
was
this to my people. Okay?
Thank you.
Yes. The woman fucked up. Now she got some grown ass decisions to make, but who the fuck are you? Who's your parents? They all need to be fucking locked up, because what the fuck? You need a vasect. I think that there should be a law, even if the women has to make decisions for themselves. There should be a law that when a man can go can go online and constantly do this over and over again. If you can lock people up for purposely giving AIDS, you can lock people up for purposely doing
Getting
this
them
shit.
pregnant. Okay.
Okay, you don't want it. You don't have to sign the birth certificate, but you do need a vasectomy. So this is your date, and come in at the earliest time that's convenient for you. Because, motherfucker, you are creating, no, you are creating children with daddy issues. And what do we
Right.
have in the world with daddy issues now? Yes, it's the woman, but he's online being proud of this shit. You need a mental
Exactly.
asylum and you need a vasectomy,
Did
motherfucker.
he
Like
speak
it's
on?
Okay,
it's just
Did he?
Crystal.
But this
Yeah.
man will never be at peace. His life is not going to go anywhere further than where it's at right now. A man like that, there's no way you're going to reap anything good out of life when you have responsibilities like that, and you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. Like you're just all messed up.
Okay, I could sum this up in like one quote, and I think D Wolf will be proud of this one. Some men aren't looking for anything logical like money. They can't be bought, bullied, reasoned, or negotiated with. Some men just want to watch the world burn. That's what you're looking at.
Yeah.
And Ray,
Yep.
when you
Like
said that to me, Ray, when
I
you
guess
said that to me, I understood. I really did. Like, I even 100% agreed with that. Is but at the same time, there needs to be like a consequence for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, the Joker's there, but the Batman is also there. So we need some
absolutely.
Batman ass niggas to reestablish this. We need to reestablish order when it comes to shit like that because that shit is very dangerous. Like Crystal pointed out earlier, he's creating children that is going to have that trauma of not having a father in the home, and they have to witness other people have their fathers in their life, and then they're wondering why their father's on the internet saying that they don't give a fuck about them. That's going to psychologically affect them. You feeling what I'm saying? Like these, like we're
Yeah,
just talking about
absolutely.
this shit now, but we don't have we don't, bro, we don't prioritize the shit that goes on that's going to happen in the future based on the actions that we take now. And people are just willy nilly making decisions that they're going to have to pay for 40 years from now when those same children are looking you straight in the face, asking you the
Mhm.
toughest questions of your life because you didn't have the foresight to make the right decisions back then. You feeling what I'm saying? And then you're on the fucking internet bragging about this shit, all knowing all the shit that we gotta go through as a people. You're gonna perpetuate that shit?
Oh
Like,
my gosh.
bro,
I saw like
between
2 seconds of the clip, and like you said, I rolled my eyes and just kept scrolling. Like, oh, just get out of here.
yeah, like, and then on top of that, we got the fucking dancing gorilla and niggas eating chicken and fucking like, what the fuck is going on?
How did Dancing Gorilla come back into play? Like that it's
Oh,
like
oh, that
It's
guy
like
is
the
so
6 degrees.
disturbing.
It's like the
Oh,
six
I
degrees of
hate it.
Kevin Bacon. It's like the 6 degrees again. For some reason, it just always come back to Kevin Bacon and Groovin Gorilla. So,
he's like, Dad, he get blamed for everything. He's like, I didn't even make the post and I'm getting blamed for it.
is a couple people that just get blamed for everything. There's the Groovin Gorilla and Red Herring from a pup named Scooby Doo. All right,
No,
they
no,
get
no.
Yep.
blamed.
Don't forget, hey yo, don't forget Queen Naja too.
Oh yeah, Queen Naja. Yeah,
Somehow it's her fault.
it's her. It's Queen Naja's fault. But I'm gonna just keep this short. If you believe that women are the gatekeepers of sex, and I agree with what Father said, we should be Batman to these Joker niggas that we need to like exile these motherfuckers out, or we really should be looking out for motherfuckers like this that don't want nothing to do anything positive with these women and just want to fuck them over. But as I said, women, if you believe women are the gatekeepers to sex, and I'm not putting all the accountability on women, but you do man can only go as far as you let them. So, and this is why I hope that a lot of these women vet the motherfucker before you even, not even if do you have an STD or something like that? What do you want? What do you want to deserve? What do you want to do with me? What do you see this is going? At least a little bit of a conversation so you could have an idea of what he wants from you and what he wants out of you. Because a lot of these people, especially dudes like him, he'll talk his way out of the vagina if you let him. So,
But
but
sometimes just one night stands though.
I would have to say, woman of value is the gatekeeper of sex.
Ooh, you better
But
cause a ruckus.
like you can't say because there's a whole the women that are not of value are not the
Oh,
gatekeepers
I'm
because they
valuable.
only fly with exactly what the guy expects. So if the guy is not like willing to wear a condom, they're like, okay, you ain't gotta wear one. You ain't got no value. So I can't say, oh, she a gatekeeper. No, she's going along with whatever he's willing to do.
yeah, but I
But
can only go as far as you let me. and if you know, obviously, if I don't, it's called the you know what word. But as far as like you know him even asking to go raw, I can only go as far as you let me. So if you say yes or no to that, that is on you. Now, like I said, I don't put all the blame on women, but there is a responsibility there. If you see niggas like this and you know he is up to no good, you don't need to let him in anywhere near you or you know around you. So
So when you say it like that, then that's also means like men is the gatekeeper too, because
Thank
they
you.
can only go as far as you let them.
Thank you. I was
So,
just about to say that.
so what do you
But
But
you
mean
know,
by
men are
that?
trifling. They'll do it. They'll go either way, and
Yeah,
they
but
but
girls
and they
can be
hope and
pregnant
pray that
too.
you're
Like
gonna say raw.
yeah,
literally, some girls they will if they want it, they getting it.
yeah, but here's the thing. Y'all
Nah,
get
hold on, time out, pause. That just did not sound right.
okay. Okay, I see what you're
What is
saying, but
that?
here's the I see what you're
That
It
saying,
was
but
sounded
here's
so
very,
aggressive. Like
oh
that was
god.
very much. I like shit and I want shit.
exactly.
I see
Oh.
yeah,
Like
and I
like whole prison sentence. Like dang.
yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I see what you're saying, but here's the thing. If I plant the seed in you, as in get you pregnant, I can go anywhere in the world and not even take care of the baby. You're the one stuck with the baby, and that's why I say women are the gatekeepers of sex because you're the one that's going to have to bear the child. You're the one that's going to have to carry the child for 9 months. I know someone that I work with, and it wasn't his fault, but he just found out he had a 21-year-old daughter, and he
Oh
had sex when
shit.
he was 13. Just found out he had a 21-year-old daughter.
Wow.
You know,
Hmm.
shit like that happens. Like shit like that happens. You can have sex with someone and then like go about your as a man, go about your business. Don't even know you have a kid in this world, but you as a woman, you let him in. You're pregnant. You don't. You may or may not know who the father is, and you're gonna have to carry that child, raise that child by yourself. And this man going around dicking someone else's down probably don't know if he got other kids in the world.
And how did he find out he was the father?
They funny. I asked him that, but
Or did he try to put him on late child support or something?
nah, she in college now for what he told me, but I ain't really get into full detail. But yeah, shit like that
But
happens.
but some women they also drop off the like literally have the kid with the guy and drop it off in front of the guy's doorstep and run away and the guy don't never see it, don't even know who baby this is. But the guys won't speak on it.
That's
And
my type of girl.
Mm-mm.
and some girls the guy will sleep with them, smash them, get them pregnant, and all of a sudden he get off the grid. You can't find him. You don't know where he at. Homeboy must have been running away from the police, on living underneath a rock. You can't you don't know where that man went.
You know
Which
All
is
of a
what's
sudden his
funny?
name changed. So it's like it's weird on both sides.
yeah,
I'm
which is further improving my point. Why I say that women are the gatekeepers of sex because he could do that. It's
I
like
wanna
yes, I mean the most you
Um,
could do if you don't want the child, you can put him up for adoption. Yes, obviously,
mm,
or you know the other things. But if you don't want to
bye
go through
bye.
the abortion thing, you could
that's horrible.
put the child up for adoption. But you, like I said, you're the one that has to go through that pain. Men don't.
Mhm. Well, listen, I'm
Oh,
just going to say something quick. As long as we keep pointing fingers at one another, saying you're responsible or you're responsible, we're never going to get this resolved. Anybody, whoever sleep with whoever, each parties are 100% responsible for whatever the result is. There's no 50-50. There's no, it's your fault. You carried, you put it in, you took it. No, every single individual that participated in whatever it was is 100% responsible for whatever the outcome is.
Mhm.
I
And that
Do we understand how powerful pussy is? I'm just gonna
oh, I
outright
know.
say
to
it
start wars.
because
Trust me, I
let me
know.
To
let me
start
just
wars.
give
Mm.
some examples and
Um,
why I feel women truly are the gatekeepers of this fuckery that's going on. In 2003, in Liberia, a civil war was ended. Do you know how? With a pussy strike. Okay? In the 1600s, that was done
Mm-mm.
as well with a pussy strike. So if we look at how powerful it is, instead of using it for OnlyFans and to get shit and to be emotionally invested in, we need to have discernment because obviously The only person getting fucked over is the woman. And for the men that thinks it's okay to emotionally manipulate the woman and the woman allowing the manipulation to occur because he loves you, you decided to let him go up in you and nut up all in you without a fucking
Oof.
condom, okay? They need a vasectomy if they continuously do it. That's just my opinion. Hopefully it comes to life.
That should
And
be the capital punishment.
well, I'm a little bit militant, okay? I'm a little bit militant when it comes to
I ain't mad at
vasectomy
it.
because when I look at my friends that's went through the same bullshit and they keep going back to their baby daddy to have a one night stand because he said the words "I love you," it makes me want to kill them. But that's okay because
That's okay.
yeah, they're in full control of manipulating him with other ways to get money out of him, like pussy. But when it comes to anything else, it's about what? What the fuck is it about? Because who's controlling who here? I'm just tired of seeing this fuckery. I see too much abused kids. I see too much shit in the field that I'm in. And women have full fucking power. We're independent, right?
That's what Beyonce said.
Yeah, and then we'll sit there and then complain about the rent is too high and this and that and this and that, this and that. We ain't never prepared for nothing. Everything is a fucking crisis twofold for us because we can never get our shit together. Because niggas like that is laying up with each other, creating children for the next generation to struggle with. Like the fuck, man.
But remember, he said that he loved her, so it's okay.
Yeah, I guess. Mission accomplished.
I have
All
a
right.
question.
Go ahead.
This is for my ladies. Who's your favorite actor or singer who you think is real sexy?
It's so many.
Tupac.
Who?
Stay away,
Tupac.
girl. Stay away.
You said Tupac?
That's it.
That you think is sexy, right?
All the way.
If he
Even at
said,
old age, he's probably real
if
sexy.
he was to say, "Baby, let's do this with no condom," what would your answer be?
Yeah, B, go ahead.
Is it on like my days where I would, get pregnant? If it's on the day that I'm
You
definitely
can't
getting
answer his
pregnant.
question with a question. No, we're not gonna allow that.
No, I'm being.
If
No,
it's
I'm
on
being.
the day I'm definitely getting pregnant, yes.
Okay,
Give
like I'm
me
being
your
funny
child.
because sometimes I always say, we say like, "Oh no, they gotta use a condom," but it's like if it's that person that you find so fucking hot and sexy, and you are really dying to have sex with them, I'm like, I think a lot of people will say, "Yeah, it's okay. You don't gotta use one."
Child for Tupac, if he can get me
That's not
pregnant,
that's not a fair question. You did say Tupac though.
yes, Tupac can
No,
get me pregnant.
see,
He can get me pregnant, and all his riches will continue
I
to
done
live
spit on
on
my
with this
juice.
little baby of mine.
It's
I will
you
be
know
going
what?
straight to the government office and letting them know I have a child by Tupac. Go ahead, find some old DNA because I know for a fact y'all have some since he was locked up. That's his baby right there, and since his mama's already gone, and that
you know what?
what's
Just,
that what's the
just
little
stop.
boyfriend whatever.
Just stop. Just stop
I will
it.
be okay with Pac for the rest of my life.
Just
Okay.
say we love you, but stop.
You know what's funny? Everybody hates a Gemini except Tupac, and Tupac is like the literal definition of a Gemini.
But what about his rising sign though?
What is his rising
Which
sign?
is
Not Gemini for sure.
Oh no, that man is. We'll figure it out, but
Scorpio, because he was a freak.
that doesn't make it any better.
He probably got a bunch of babies running around that we don't know about.
Okay.
Well, they need to come forward and take his place because this rap music sucks. The fuck?
Exactly.
Any last words before we move on to our final topic?
Maxwell, I love
wrap
you.
it up if it's Pookie. Wrap it up if it's Tupac.
I'm done with you. Not wrap it up if it's Pookie. It's a whole.
Pookie from
stop
New
giving Pookie pussy in the first place. Shit.
But it starts with the letter P.
It's so
insane.
many of them that's
They're
probably
twin
not
flames.
wrapping it up for Pookie. They probably been ready for Pookie.
Like, are you really about to carry the seed of a man you barely know for 9 months of your entire life? Like, is that really the decision you want to make?
Thug life.
She said,
It's
if
a
it's by a
whole.
rich man.
If it's by a rich
Oh, she
man.
giggling hard. She giggling.
I can't. Exactly. I'm not about to play with you today.
Now you know it's true because that check.
Child.
That check, I don't know, something about them judges. They act dumb like they don't know girls be having sex with these men
It,
for money. And they be like, okay, you owe her
Yeah, but I don't think the
$80,000 a
judge is
month.
allowed to call them out for it.
We just talked about a scenario. If a woman has nothing left, she is going to look for the man that can fix everything. What better way than to get with a celebrity and get knocked up and you get
Okay.
checked and you ain't
80,000,
got to do
50,000
nothing?
a month.
and you know what's crazy is
And she don't got no job. So how he needs to have the children then.
y'all just talking about these celebrities. What about these girls who's getting knocked up by regular dudes and they getting about a whole income?
Okay.
Like
And
they
then
getting $1,500 a month. What
and they
kid at the age of 1, 2, and 3 is spending $1,500 a month?
That's
girl, the drug dealer's child. Duh.
What is he drinking? Gucci milk?
Yes.
Stop
right.
acting dumb, please. You already know.
I'm sorry.
You already know.
Oh,
Chanel bib and everything.
yo,
Or
my baby needs a Chanel
So
crib.
what about the football player who died and his kid was on and she was spending about $80,000 annually. I'm like,
What?
sis, give
Doing
me
what?
that.
You
That's
talking about
like a
Eric
And
whole
the
Hernandez
thing
baby
is,
job.
mama?
and that's what making me mad about these judges. I'm like, I understand it's about how much the man makes, and they're taking a piece of that, but you know the money is not used on the child.
Prince was not
Exactly.
even spending that amount of money. And he ain't got no fucking kids.
Mhm.
Like,
The
come
fuck?
on. You know it's not being spent on the damn child. If I catch that heifer, she don't have no job, but how is she even paying her rent?
How many
He's paying for it. So if she comes up in there with a fucking Hermes Kelly bag and lizard skin, you already know.
Not lizard skin though. Why you
I
finna
think we should have
Oh,
a debit card
I've seen court
for child
cases where
support.
it's a lot of judges, mind you, female judges like that, coming after the mothers' heads in these courts, in some of these
Yeah,
child custody cases
I
But
and shit.
some
was
of them be
I was seeing
trifling
that
as
too.
fuck.
I saw some of that too. This lady was like, "No, he's gonna pay you $2,000 a month." When I said the girl was mad, because the man made a lot of money, she was so
Uh-huh.
mad. I
Two
just knew because
thousand dollars a
she
month is
knew
good though.
she knew she was about to hit the bank. I said, I felt, you know what? Honestly, I kind of felt bad because I'm like, damn, girl, you was
That's
about to
what
hit
be
the
confusing
jackpot.
me because ain't child support supposed to be like both halves? So
Girl, okay.
but I'm like, so that means this child costs about $4,000 a month. Because
So you
if he
telling
put
me
in two
you don't
Nice.
have
thousand, she put in
a
2,000.
job? So how is it even? Sounds like you can't afford to have a child, so let's just put him in the daddy's house. Mm.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But we
First of all,
digress.
if they ever was to cancel out child support, ooh Lord.
Okay.
That'd be another.
Talk about it. You talking about a riot for EBT, food stamp, all that other stuff, baby. Child support would definitely be a riot, and it's gonna be a wealthy riot. Cause guess what?
And a pussy strike at the same time because women.
No, not even that. You think that man's video was bad? It's about to be guys with 20
you know how
babies.
you know how
I
many
don't think that's a bad idea.
rich women and men is living on child support right now off a
Okay.
big bank, and you talking
Child
about
Nick
support,
Cannon.
alimony.
Nick Cannon's baby mamas. Future's baby
I don't
mamas.
I don't think because not all of Future Baby Mama, because the one, what's her
I know,
name, the
right?
one
No,
that has
yeah, you're right.
the one with beyond what's the name, Bow Wow. She don't do child support for none of them, but
You're right.
she living a good life, so she don't really care about the child support. But it's a gang of them that's getting child support. That's getting way more like what's his name? Dr. Dre, his baby mama or ex-wife now. I mean, she gets about 20,000 on child support, which I'm like, wow.
Oh, that's fabulous.
I think about 200K a month, something like that. Maybe I don't know.
See,
Yeah,
and that's the next thing. When they get 200K, like
Yeah,
what?
that's big bank.
yeah. So to cancel that, oh, it's a riot.
Yeah, you should have been
The
saving that
whole
shit, ho.
the whole thing burning down from courthouses to to storefronts to side streets, cars, everything
You know what
burning
kills
down.
me?
Your
You
ass
know
should have
what
been
kills me?
saving.
Nah, you know what kills me? It be the ones who, oh, you basically living off of the child support because you have a kid with so and so, but then the moment that kid turned 18, and now your ass is broke because you done blew all that money, and now you all over somebody's blogs or Twitter or whatever, crying and shit.
All they gotta do is send their kid to school full time. Then they'll be right back paying child support until the kid graduates from college.
Don't give these hoes ideas.
No, they know that.
Dion, are you drunk?
A little bit,
They
but that's
already
child
know
support.
that.
Oh, okay.
They know that. First of all, if you live off of child support, you know how the game runs. So
Let me have a baby.
It's
that's
too
why
many.
that's why
It's too.
50 Cent's baby mama had his son she like was forcing him to go to college. But the dude was so damn stupid. I mean, never mind, child.
Oh, you talking about Lil Marquise? Yeah, I already.
Yeah. He left college and then 50 gave him a whole shoe company. Let that go down the drain. And now he mad because he ain't getting no $6,000 a month or something. I don't know.
Is that what he been mad with 50 with about this whole time?
Yeah,
Because
because
I knew there was some
he stopped
bullshit between him
paying.
and his son, but I never knew what started it.
I
But I
don't know
think his
why
son is
50
like
didn't give him a
26,
job on
23 or
his thing.
26 now. So he definitely can't get child support no more unless he becomes like, mentally, slow in the head for real. Like
Mm.
disabled and he's unable to work, then they'll reinstate child support.
He about to be walking around with a helmet.
Okay, all right. Before we get to the last topic, I do want to throw this "Do you care?" in because I forgot to throw this in. Do y'all care that there's a
No.
31-year-old person from Colorado that was pregnant by a 13-year-old boy that is not facing any jail time?
Oh wow, really?
Yeah.
Why? What's making them?
um,
What's having them not cause jail time?
If I'm correct, it's because that she is pregnant and she didn't want to have the child in jail.
So she is facing jail time. She's just on a delayed
No, she's not facing jail time.
jail sentence.
How far
Without,
is she?
so
hold on.
so this female teacher had sex with a 13-year-old boy.
Just
Yep.
hearing.
But
So
you know what?
is the parents okay with it on both sides? Because it's
I'm
up to the
sorry, but that
parent.
is a stupid question.
Dion.
It's not. It's honestly up to the parent. What you mean?
Send her to jail and take that baby
There's
away. Case closed.
But if the parents are not pressing charges against her for their son, that's why
no,
she's probably not going to jail.
Okay. All right.
there,
Under the terms of the plea deal reviewed by 11 News and that of the suspect signed off on, Serrano, that's her name, will be
Mhm.
required to register as a sex offender, and the judge could sentence her to 10 years to life on sex offender intensive supervised probation. Serrano will avoid any jail time since district attorney's office dropped the original charges to a lesser charge that does not come with mandatory jail time.
no.
You see, That's completely different.
Had this
Is
been
she?
a dude knocking up a 13-year-old girl, no, no,
They
throw the book
literally
at
went
this
through a
bitch.
plea deal. What are you talking about?
No, throw
Is
the
she
I
book
white?
at this
understand.
bitch.
I understand it's emotionally painful, but the thing is, it's a plea deal. What you want to do? Change the judge's decision? The judge made a
If
decision.
that was
She
a man, there
signed
wouldn't
off
be
it.
no plea
The
deal. Get
DA
the fuck.
the DA reduced it. So what is there?
If that was a man, there wouldn't be no plea deal. Let's start with that.
Um, is she
It,
white?
She's Spanish.
Yes.
Spanish.
Oh, really?
Spanish. Yes.
What? Ah, damn. I was sure this was some white people shit.
No, it's just Spanish and Colorado.
I was 100% sure this was some white people shit.
Damn, you just assuming. Did you
well,
assume?
how
Did
do
you
you?
assume my
What
crime?
But you gotta
race that is? And Dion's just
I
lost.
wonder how
But
did
all the white women that done it before, they always got in jail time. So I guess you know she's
That
she's
does not
getting
make
light
this
sentence
any
for being
better.
people of color. So
I
I
don't.
guess if she was white, she would have gotten jail time.
That doesn't make it any better.
I don't think this is a case of
What
whether
makes
it's
it
better or
better? What
not.
do you mean? None of it makes it better. The fact that she still slept with a 13-year-old or he slept with
Right.
whatever the situation, they slept together. Nothing can make it better. It still happened.
She got pregnant too, right? Ain't that what they said?
Yeah.
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 She got pregnant and signed up. The fact that the DA gave her a plea deal, like,
I want
what
to
is
see how
that?
this child look.
We can't really
I wonder if he look
argue
grown.
something that's already done.
Nah,
It's
Xavier, because them 13-year-olds sometimes
Yo,
Nigga, you
sometimes
look pretty.
they be looking grown.
look like
Cause I'm sitting here
Nigga, you
like,
look
girl,
pretty.
I don't think he
when you
looked. When I saw, I don't think he looked grown. I think he did. First of all, I don't even know how the situation came about. The fact that she was with the 13-year-old and they had sex. Where did they meet? Don't really know the whole full gist of the story, but I didn't know that there was a plea deal or anything. Because only time I saw it was her and her mugshot, so I didn't know the
she
complete
said he
ending.
lied on the dating app. He said he was 18.
Wait, is this real? Or are you lying? Or are
Oh
you
no,
joking?
I'm just being extra.
Oh, I was about to say, I know. Oh, MG. This is even, this is out of control.
Oh God.
Also, she has custody of the baby too. I believe the baby is already born. She has to. Yeah, the baby is already born. She has custody of it. So
All right. I don't know how
Wow.
people in
Just wow.
the, but I don't really give a fuck. If it's one of my fucking kids, y'all will see me on the fucking news.
Exactly.
I'm not doing this shit. Plea deal, custody of the child. My baby is a child already. Shit happens, all right? But I would hate for it to be like this, but it's no fucking way that she's going to be able to step in court, okay? To get any plea deal, anything.
I'm telling you, the parents don't care. So why do I give a damn if the parents don't care? Because how the hell is the DA
And
making an agreement to that if
bro,
the parents had any say so?
did he
But
even hit
then
puberty yet?
barely.
yeah, but then again, what would be the motivation for her going to a fucking 13
Thank
year old?
you.
What would be her motivation? You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Because you have to think about, like, not only is this nefarious, but it's also very manipulative because she's the adult in this situation. She took advantage of that 13-year-old boy. And
Nah,
the fact
wait, we
that,
don't know that.
nah, but it's true though.
I mean, he could have been fast and been touching on her.
Well, of course, he's gonna,
Oh, she was
you know,
Okay,
a
the
but
she was
hormones.
as the adult in the
she was a
situation,
lunch
you if
lady.
that
I
does happen,
know.
she's supposed to shut that
Push,
down. What?
Push faster, Issy.
Wait,
Push
wait,
faster.
She
wait
was a
a minute.
lunch lady.
What? I thought this bitch was even a teacher. She's a lunch lady.
Yeah, she's a lunch
All right,
lady.
I'm out.
Probably
I'm
looking like
checking
a
out.
truck driver.
Exactly.
She's not ugly. I'm not gonna say
Mm.
she's not ugly.
Let me tell you, I had a teacher. I would not mind.
And
Yeah, but she's not giving a teacher I would not mind.
Now
So
He was
no,
on the
I'm
show.
pretty
Remember
sure.
the show? Next.
union.
Yeah.
He was on the
Yes.
he was on the show next. His name was Mr. Alexander. He looked like a felon, but a hot felon. Mm-mm-mm.
Um,
I
Oh,
mean,
this
but
is
like
no.
I'm pretty sure a lot of us can refer to one teacher or one like member of like the school that we were like, yo, if I
Right.
wasn't a student,
Shit.
I
Yeah.
Even if I am the student,
shit.
for
I
me,
remember mine.
the
he only
for
26.
for me, the hot one in Potomac when I was there wasn't even any of the teachers. It was the actual principal, Miss Hurdle.
Of course, you gotta be extra.
What
Oh,
the
None of the
fuck?
teachers really looked anything like that. But the principal one, the 2 years that I was there, Miss, God damn,
What school were you in?
Potomac High School, Oxon Hill, Maryland.
Okay.
I
Why you
think
sound like that, Crystal? What just happened? What do you do wrong?
Nah, I thought it was in Brooklyn because I'm like, none of them fucking principals look good. And you was truly
And like, damn, Crystal, you was trying to make him out like you was
I
like
did
some
my first
goblin or
two.
something.
I did my first 2 years of high school in Transit Tech off and on East New York. I don't remember the names. I know none of my teachers from that motherfucker.
yeah, that sounds about right. I could understand Maryland, but not New York.
But then junior and senior year, I had already moved to raggedy ass Maryland. So yeah.
Oh.
Okay. So on to our final
wait, let me say
topic.
wait, let me
Good.
say that.
Good.
I refuse to give one F more than somebody else about their own kids.
The fucking
Cause
kids.
if the parents don't give a damn and to like even read the article where I guess she flirts with the freshman kids and all like
Ew.
and grooms them and that's how the whole situation came about. If the parents don't give a damn about it,
Oh my god.
because she should have been underneath the prison, living there for the rest of her life. Um, but they didn't give a damn, and they allowed the DA to even give her a plea deal. I don't care how sensitive your heart is for somebody. That's been hanging around your kid for months, not just a. It was just something that happened just one day randomly. She's been texting him through Snapchat, Instagram, all through social media, not just him, multiple other kids. And if the parents don't give a damn, why should I?
I wish I could unhear this.
If it was my child, they was gonna have to drag me off of her from the courthouse all the way down to the middle of the street.
Mm-hmm.
Cause she would not be able to breathe. But since the parents of homeboy do not care much and thinks it's a-okay, and all the other parents that's in the school, because mind you, she would have several civil cases, several criminal cases for every text message she sent to every kid that was there. All their parents should be raising hell. Did she message you? Because the fact is, all the parents their kids went to that school. Have she ever messaged you? If they said yes, boom, another case. All them parents should have rised up together, but they didn't. But
Mommy.
now my son, let one of these raggedy ass teachers send him a message. I wish you would. The first, I don't care if it was just a hey, how you doing? What the hell you need to message my son for?
I would be so pissed off.
You couldn't tell him in school he had homework. You need to message him when he home that he has homework. What? And she a lunch teacher for what? What you need to cook for him? Then you cook it at school?
Meatloaf surprise.
Ew.
So,
That's nasty.
so
I'd have been
we
like,
can't
Mr. Anderson, please ignore my mom. She's about to call you.
exactly. We I feel like black people be always outraged for everybody else
Mm.
when they don't be outraged. They be too freely and happy.
thing is a hot. Mess.
Okay, all right. You know what's sad? Because continue this, because this is another one. I guess Father brought up, and I guess we could talk about it. I guess people are using gas station dick pills and honey to enhance themselves, and a lot of people is like, why are people using this at their prime age? So,
Wait,
Father, I have
Wait,
an answer. I have an
what's
answer.
gas
My,
station?
huh?
What's gas station dick pills?
You never see you
Girl.
The extends, the rhinos, the Spanish fly, that bullshit.
Of course, Dion know.
remember? You ever
I've
remember
seen them. I never. If you
you ever
go to
remember
any corner store in New York, you've
I know.
seen them
I'm
Oh,
joking.
motherfuckers
I've
I'm
seen
on
them.
joking.
I've seen
the
them, especially the one with
I
the cat.
I
didn't
thought
know
about
there
it. I'm
was.
like, I'm too scared, yo. I'm not even bothering that.
what's
See,
the
But my
see,
thing
what's
is,
the
though, why are y'all
commercial where
using
it
it
was like
if
the
you don't
white
need
guy,
it?
his name is Bob, and he always
see.
had a smile on his
But I
face.
know why. I know why. I've been explained.
What is it supposed to do though?
Girl,
Like,
it's supposed to make you
is it
either
like
extra horny
It's a cheap
or
it's
make
like
Discount
Viagra. That's
it's like
all
Viagra.
it
it's like
was.
Viagra,
but
but
it's
the
Discount
cheaper
but some
Viagra.
of it
version?
is more than that. Some of it
Oh,
makes you extra horny. Some of it makes your penis very hard and it lasts hard
mm.
for a very long time. And
And,
sometimes it can make you go 2 rounds, 3 rounds.
and what's the
It,
honey supposed to do?
the honey is supposed to be the newest thing, and you just drink it, and you start feeling stuff already. But some dude,
Oh,
this guy said that it made him and his friends so horny because they were just tasting it, and he was saying that he could actually kind of do something with him. I was like, okay, now.
That's not. I don't
That's
think that had anything to
Yo,
do with the honey.
what the
you just made a commercial play in my head when they
y'all
talk
don't
about
y'all don't
side
remember
effects.
y'all
Like
don't remember
so
you made
Bob.
some temporary
so
gayness.
it
I'm
made
like, what the fuck?
it made
I'm like,
him like it made him want to be gay.
that
No,
is
I
crazy.
guess it was saying
It's called
because they were
honey.
sitting
It
with each
makes
other, and I
perfect
guess it was
sense.
so
You
it
gotta
makes you
fuck
so
something.
horny. It's
Why
like
he got to use that lie though?
Ain't
Like,
that much
why couldn't
horny
he
in the
just be
You
world.
honest?
uh,
had to fuck something.
Ain't that
Listen,
much
listen.
horny in the
But why
world.
couldn't he just be honest? Like he really wanted to be with his homeboy. Like, why you got to use
I
the lie that it was the pill that caused that? Like, why? Why you got to
Nigga,
be
you
so
just nigga, you cute.
And then my
exactly?
thing
He
is,
has to been thinking that for a long time. Ain't
my
no
thing
way
okay,
in the world
is,
just have all of a sudden just oh this pill's so potent that I just wanted to do something with him.
okay. He's like a hole is a hole.
That's
basically.
no,
like when
no.
people be
First of
saying, "Oh,
all,
it's the alcohol." No, sis,
no,
Okay,
no,
you
no,
just
they
no,
love
raised
no.
that one.
Hey,
They
my nigga,
love
you
that
keep
one.
sagging them pants. We're gonna have to do something about that.
Pulls it down further.
Oh God,
Well, what you
no.
gonna do now,
Now,
big boy?
Oh,
And
you
why
Not to
like
was y'all
that?
mention,
two sitting in like it? Why was y'all two sitting in the car wanting to taste this thing, knowing what its effect is gonna do?
Well,
Child,
you know when it's your
you would be
best
lying.
friend. Your best friend. Y'all do everything together.
no. There's a limit to that. No, no.
No,
I don't do
hey,
drugs.
baby, I think it's giving delusional and a lie.
Look,
First of
I'm
all,
always trying to give the benefit of the doubt. I'm just like, look,
it's definitely giving delusional because
Not to
I
mention,
I
first of
like
all,
you
not,
and I want you.
if I can see if okay, a dude that I think is like real cute, and I'm like, oh, I like him. I'll kind of, but you kind of acting shy, so you really don't want to, but you want to, but you don't really want to.
mm,
So then let's like, oh, let's try this out, and then I could be like, oh, it was this that caused it,
okay.
but I
nah,
I
really
will be
wanted
sitting there
to.
knowing damn well
nah.
he's
Hold
rubbing
up.
my thigh.
Exactly.
Oh,
So,
what are you
sorry,
doing?
that screams rape accusation to me. Sorry.
Oop,
Next.
Mhm.
what?
oop,
That screams rape accusation to
The
me.
R word?
Mhm.
oop.
Well, it could
I
be
was
considered that. It could be.
It
But
Nah,
could.
it
nah.
I mean,
That whole scenario just says screams rape accusation.
because
it
he
could
knew
be. That's the same
he
thing when
knew
people
what
go
he
sleep
was
with somebody when they
doing.
drunk. They could say, oh, it
She
can say
wasn't in
that.
her right mind.
Exactly.
I said, so are you saying a woman is weak? Oh, okay.
Mhm. They be using all these fake No, you want to do it. Just be honest.
Okay.
It's okay. Like
Because I'm
we in
telling you right
So
now, I have
2023.
my best friend's cousin's nephew, and his nephew is just like 2 years younger than us. He keeps making these little comments to me, and I'm saying, "Look here,
Get your act
look,
together. You're gonna
look
find
here,
him out.
because you're married, and all you got to do is say, girl."
Not
you gonna
not
learn today.
not just.
He
Cause
said you gonna learn
you,
today.
So
I'm like, babe, you're not
hey,
happy.
yo, but nah,
You
but
gonna
on
learn
some real,
today.
nah, but like on some real shit though. Just to get back to the topic, like I do think this is a wider conversation about stress and how stress can like affect you sexually. You feel what I'm saying? Especially men. And like dudes don't fucking talk about this for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're stressed the fuck out, that affects you because, like, men have testosterone, right? But they were saying like the testosterone that we have now is like 84% down from what they had before. So it's like when people are saying, "Yo, well, where all the world men at?" I'm like, "Oh man, them testosterone level is going down." So, it's kind of gonna be a lot more uh, confusion when it comes to like the hormones and the genetics of males that's growing up now. That's why you be seeing growth spurts and shit like that. And then also another thing that I started noticing about a lot of the younger boys is that apparently now they don't even approach anymore. Like from what I'm hearing, like it's all done over the internet now and shit. Like back then, if you wanted to like get a girl's number or whatever, you had to walk up to her and you had to talk to her, right? But now that it's a lot harder to do that, and also this the advent of social media, which means a lot of people, they get into like this fantasy where it's all luxury, it's all name
Mhm.
brand, it's all what I'm saying. It's like the glitz and the glam, but all their immediate reality is a contradiction from all of that shit.
Mhm.
So it's like they're chasing this shit, and then you have dudes that see that shit that attracts women and be like, "Yo."
Right.
See,
Anyway, it's like these dudes are like trying to chase this impossible standard of being the dude. You know what I'm saying? That all the girls flock to, and then it's like when you do that, you destroy yourself, and not only that, you stress yourself the fuck out because um you're putting all this fucking pressure on yourself, and not only that, but you compare yourself to other people too. That's the biggest thing. A lot of dudes, they really care about the opinions of other dudes too. This is why men tend to stand up a little straighter when they realize another man walk through the door, and like if it's a person that they know that is like of a higher status or whatever, they start to stand up a little straighter, or like they make sure that they're not slouching and shit like that. Like there's a hierarchy. We are aware of the hierarchy when we walk into the room. We know who's what and who's who or whatever. But I just feel like the younger men now taking these pills just to fucking have sex, like when you're supposed to be full of like vigor, you're supposed to be full of like it's so sad. You know what I'm saying? Like because these are the men that like they're gonna get insecure off that shit, and then it could lead to even wider what's it called? It can even lead to wider problems when it comes to mental health. And we already know what men are capable of when their mental health is compromised. All of that shit is connected. So I don't know. I just thought this tweet was interesting because we live in a hypersexual ass society. So we like that shit gets broadcasted to us 24/7. Like sometimes you be fucking scrolling through your Twitter, or you'll just see porn right there on your shit. So it's like all of that shit plays a factor in this.
We do live in a hypersensitive society now, but we also do live in a very high junkie society. People smoke weed and not like one or two in like 10 or 15 drink
Yeah.
lean, drink alcohol. They can barely keep their eyes awake. They're constantly and even like fentanyl and all the other drugs that exist in there, like not just crack cocaine and all the other stuff, meth and all the other stuff. People are just now, a lot of people are just always, not a lot of people, some people are always just sprung and high as hell. So I guess if you can't barely survive just because most of the artists now and most of the people back then wasn't as big of a junkie as they are now. So a lot of times people are doing these, you know, they call these new, like, what is it, ecstasy or whatever the thing is, the rhino with the honey, because they really can't keep their stuff up. Like they just can't.
They're desensitized.
Yeah, like this the sex ain't sexing,
Yeah,
and
because they're overstimulated. They're overstimulated too. It's like
and
it's everywhere all at once, like
yeah, but
every single day.
the kids ain't looking like
That's
kids. So imagine 13-year-olds that look like they're 18, 19, 20. And so you going to school with girls with big tatas and fat asses. And it's not like just one or two might have, a big boobs and a big ass back in the days. Now it's like damn near everyone. And all of them, the cleavage be out, the belly be out, the ass cheeks be out. And they letting you smash. And so you've been doing it for so long. And then you also smoking, drinking, living your best life now as a teenage. So by the time, you might need some help. And so somebody, I guess, opened it up to the world that this right here is like the best thing to do. And you know how junkies get. They always trying something new. Cause me on the other hand, I wouldn't go running to say, oh, let me go try out this red pill so I can, get super, super like crazy in bed. And I'm
Imagine doing
definitely
that
not
on
trying
film.
it with my friend next to me, like, oh, let's try this shit together. No, that's weird. That's like watching porn next to your friend. Like, oh, let's watch this porno together. What?
You ain't never done that before.
You see how she flipped it over? That's how you want to be done, right? Just flip them over.
No, I've never
Little monkey style. That's how you want it. Okay.
I've never sat next to my friend and been like, girl, let's watch this porno together. No, that's
What? Not even
weird.
to laugh? Not even to have a laugh?
No, that's weird. Like, I don't
Wow.
just sit around with
I don't think
homegirls
it's
and see.
weird. Nah, porn is funny. I think you
Porn is funny.
underestimate porn is fucking
Porn is
hilarious.
fucking hilarious.
Nigga, no, let me tell you something. We were sitting there watching There's a Negro in My Mom for some whatever reason.
What?
That shit was
The real
fucking
fact.
hilarious.
You're
Men are
fucking a
so
white
weird.
guy.
You're fucking a black. He's like, you're fucking a black guy. I'm like, what the fuck am I watching, bro?
There was another one called the nigga lamp where like she was trying to hide this black dude from her mom, and he had nowhere to go, so he put a lampshade on top of his head. Did you get a new one? Yo, porn is stupid, but it's
Porn
fucking
is
hilarious.
fucking retarded, bro. It's so dumb.
But what's funny? I think both of y'all played on my points that I feel like people are junkies and people are chasing a fucking high. Because I feel like a
Hmm.
lot of people was just experimenting this, and usually when people chase a high, they're going to try to. Usually when you come back down, they're trying to either chase the high, so they try to keep doing it more and more until they reach that. So you're always going to be chasing a high. I think for this, for one, I think I forgot who said it. Yeah, there's so much nudity around that it's nudity is damn near normal. Like I can't even
Hmm.
put Twitter without someone talking about Big Titty Tuesdays, drop them threads, and like you go down the threads and it's just random women just titties everywhere, some
It's
shit like
just
that. I'm like,
it's just breast.
yeah, and at the back of my head, I'm going, this is easier than usually it ever was. It's just like.
Hmm.
And I guess we really are hypersexualized than we thought because like I remember watching like the Insight commercials where Bob was just he's talking about him having a happy life and all that and shit, and now people going to gas station dick pills and shit is just like, first off, at 21 you shouldn't even need it. I don't care.
Exactly.
It's like you in your peak. That is your
Remember
prime.
those.
You should be like the fucking Incredible Hulk. You don't need to be. You don't need to be needing no gas station dick pills for anything. That's why it's for old people. That's why
Right. I'm
you
so
take
weak when you
proper
just said
a
the
motherfucker take
Incredible
proper
Hulk.
care of themselves even past the 20s. They could go to multiple rounds and a whole nine. Ask me how I know.
I don't want to ask you how do you know.
Shit.
Why would you ask me? I'm a grown ass man. You asking me the question.
I don't want to ask you.
Crystal, question.
Yeah.
Ah, shit.
Do you think it's do you feel like it's just normal for guys to sit around with each other and just be watching porno?
The only
Why you
reason
gotta
I'm
say it like that? Okay.
that
go
it's
I was
ahead.
about to say, you never feel like we just watching the whole.
Oh, you know, Matera's my girl, so I'm already gonna be on her side. But guys are visual. That's why I was very quiet, because I know as girls, as women, we don't sit around and watch that stuff with our girlfriends unless we're trying to be freaky with our best friend and try, that's the only thing, because it's an emotional connection with women. For guys, it's a visual thing. They could sit all around and watch a naked ass girl and then go home to their wives because that's how their brain is. As long as they don't touch them, that's fine with them. You know what I mean? If they have a girl, if they're able to touch and feel and stuff, that's on a different level. And why have you noticed most guys don't like to share their woman with other men?
Mm-hmm.
Because they're territorial, number one, and they're visual. So them watching porn is going to give them the visual, I want to say, appetite that they would need or want at the time to go to their girlfriend or wife. It's no harm in it. But
If
what
I'm
they do.
watching porn with another person, more than likely it's a guy that I want to smash real bad. And I'm like, oh, let's look at this.
We connect
Who's in
emotionally.
a car?
But
Who's backing it up right now?
Oh God.
Say that. So that was a car sound.
That was me. I'm working on my car.
Oh, okay.
The fuck.
this is the most quiet I've seen D Wolf in any podcast. When I say he has his sentences has probably been 5 max this whole podcast.
Oh man. Well, I hope your car does well.
Oh, it's fine. I'll
That's
post
it.
it. Y'all see it.
Just to say, be like sometimes, like Father said, we'll watch stuff just because it's funny, and we'll probably show some people in the porno just because it's funny, or there's a funny scene in there. Like when I saw like you're fucking a black guy, I fucking laughed. I wasn't thinking, damn, I wasn't pouring well the dudes. I was like, yo, that shit is funny as hell. Because sometimes when we share stuff with each other, it's usually because it's funny as hell. Even like if we telling like sex stories to other people, it's usually like some humor or like a moral to the story or some shit like that. So that's how we usually like think and some shit like that.
Yeah, like you
They're
gotta
not
remember.
connecting emotionally at all.
Yeah, like bro, we're just like it's a video on a screen. Like we'll be fine. Ain't nobody getting enticed by this shit. Like
Right. But with us and women, we're emotional, and then we're thinking, okay, you're looking at other women, so you must want her, then get with her. And then it took me a while to understand how men's mindsets are. Y'all are really just looking to look. Y'all are not connecting with that woman on an emotional level. Y'all just looking at tits and ass, and either to laugh at it or to share with your friend to show how dumb this is.
or sometimes it just look good. Like damn.
Yeah, y'all are visual creatures. It is what it is. But it took me a while to get that.
See, this is why I'm so glad my woman is bisexual. I can't get in trouble for looking at another woman because 9 times out of 10 she's looking at the same bitch too.
Yo,
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna.
I can't get in trouble for looking at other women.
No, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, because I've met women.
Dion, sometimes I'll be so confused with you, child. I don't even know no more, Dion.
I'm just saying.
I just don't know no more, Dion.
No,
You got
here's
me
the thing,
beat.
Dion. You're not gonna get in trouble. Some women who are bisexual, the men sometimes still get in trouble because it's a lustful thing. It's an everyday occurrence. Like they can't start their day without looking at a naked ass woman, and that's a problem. Those kind of men need therapy. But other than that, yeah, that's kudos for you, Dion. Kudos.
Mm-hmm. You and your sexcapades.
Yo, bro, like it was a damn commercial. I go bisexual. I don't get in trouble. Bitch, you are bisexual today.
We do we just do all sorts of things.
Yo, we can cook, we can clean, and we'll let you look at another girl's ass and not get mad.
Yo, you know what's funny? Y'all saying
And
this.
you might just be able to join in.
Like shit.
Yo, you know the funny thing is, I just literally opened my Instagram and the first thing popped up was like this rapper Rennie Rucci's video, and it's like ass everywhere. And a rapper herself, she got like a pasty on her breast and all that other stuff, and then it's just like, Lord, well,
You know that shit. Listen,
just ass.
that shit. Listen, you know, you heard us.
What'd you say, D Wolf?
I said that listens. It heard us. It heard the topic and started the algorithm started putting it up for you when you open the app.
Oh, I thought you said turn it up.
Oh wow.
Nah, I don't think it heard the algorithm. It probably realized that Ray be liking these type of pictures. Let me go ahead and start feeding it to him.
I'm a breast man. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, but not on my Instagram. I got a balance of this. I got a balance of like Instagram. It's like regular people, and then like there's like some celebrities here because I don't follow a lot of celebrities, and then like hip hop pages. But even some hip hop pages that show like out of the women rapping with clothes on, rapping without clothes on. It's a balance, but
My Instagram be dry as hell.
Damn.
We gotta help out B's Instagram. But any last words before we move on to our final thoughts?
Damn.
Man, take care of your fucking bodies.
Shout out to Bill Cosby. I don't know. That's it. Stop.
Where did that come from?
Spanish fly, because you said Spanish fly, and I was thinking this.
What that got to do with motherfucking Bill Cosby?
You never heard the Spanish fly joke from Bill Cosby?
No.
They ended up using it against him.
Yeah, he had a whole bit. He had a whole bit about Spanish fly, in which that was going to be my other point. It's like for the longest, people don't use drugs to like either drugs or something to like enhance sexual. Like this goes on for like ages. Even in the 80s, people use cocaine first, then ecstasy, then Quaaludes, and fucking now we got gas station dick pills. So and Spanish fly. So on to our final thoughts. And I guess since D Wolf is working on his car, I'm gonna start with D Wolf.
I'm done. I just finished as the show is finished. Same time, yo.
Just in time.
Yeah. I guess I just want to say thanks to everybody that wished me happy birthday. I'd like to thank my new additional family for the heartwarming words that they gave me, because that I now this has to go under the best birthday ever just because of that night. What else? Yeah, I'm just grateful, and I'm glad I'm on this show, yo. This makes my week every week. It's awesome. So
Glad
yeah,
to
those
have
are my final thoughts. No hard hitting quotes or anything like that this time.
all right. Glad to have you here. And
Appreciate
also
it.
also B I ain't know Shay Shakur she Shakur. I keep getting that shit mixed up. She Shakur, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you see her, tell her thanks for jumping on. Cause
Okay.
but it's on you now, B. Final thoughts.
My final thought was be careful who you sleep with. Um, be mindful of your life after the fact. That's it.
All right, Dion, it's on you.
Wait, on who?
You, Dion.
Ooh.
Okay, you cut out on my end for some reason mid sentence.
On everyone's end, all I heard is on you, and I was like, I thought I just talked.
Okay, that wasn't just me. But okay, final thought. You know what? Nothing in that.
Wasn't you going to tell the story?
Was I said I was going to share the video from that on TikTok from the thing that we were talking about before we went live. But if I must, you know,
You don't have to if you don't want to. You can just share the story.
no, it's okay. To be clear, it's nothing I did wrong per se. But okay, what happened was this, right? Last Saturday, my lady took our two kids to this arts and crafts thing that they had going on at our local Home Depot. I think it's something that every Home Depot does, like at the first weekend of every month. You know, have the kids come through and do this little arts and crafts thing or whatever. So my lady takes them to try that out early in the morning. I'm in the house by myself. Made myself some breakfast. You know, set up to go outside and smoke a little bit. you know, and also, clean the kitchen, throw out my trash, whatever. But as I throw out my trash and I'm trying to get back in the building, my damn apartment building door was jammed shut. After a few minutes of me fighting with the door, one of the ladies that lived in one of the apartments on the first floor came and let me in. And we got to this conversation about how it's something wrong with the lock and how they need to fix the door and this, that, and the third. But as I'm talking to this woman, I notice she keeps glancing down. And I didn't realize what she was looking at until I turned and walked away, and I felt the gust of wind somewhere I was not supposed to feel, and come to find out that my other head was poking through my pajama pants.
Oh no.
Yo.
Wait, what you mean poking? Like it was
Like,
outside?
yeah.
It was out.
Well, more than poking, it was trying to join the conversation.
Like, hey, what's going on here?
You had on shorts.
No, I had
Pajama
on the pajama pants that I was wearing. The button for the fly had popped off the motherfucker, so he's just there.
Oh, and she just kept on staring. Didn't say
She
nothing to
it's
you.
like as we're talking, she's looking back and forth, like looking me in the face and then looking down there, and looking me in the face, looking down there. She's just back and forth, and
Yeah,
I'm like, what the fuck
yeah.
is she doing?
Promise me never to speak to this woman again.
nothing.
I'm gonna have to call your girl up, and I'm gonna have to jump her with
Wait, no.
I
her
I
at all.
no. This story is too funny. So she kept on looking up, like she was purposely looking up and down, right?
So that's
Like,
what brought her ass to open the door.
and mind you, I just smoked. So I'm like, so I'm confused until I get ready to, leave. And oh no,
And she
Smoke
didn't say
on,
nothing to
on.
you. She didn't say,
she
"Oh,
ain't
your
tell
thing
me
hanging out."
shit. She ain't tell me shit. When I say this lady
How
ain't
long
tell
was
me
she
shit,
looking down
she
for?
ain't tell me shit. We were talking for at least like 2 minutes.
Oh God. She
So
thought you was gonna invite her
She
in.
saw you before you even. She was.
no, we're downstairs in front of her apartment. So so it wasn't no.
Material.
Yeah, worse.
Material.
You went down there with your thing out. Knocked on her door with your thing out.
No, she.
No,
no.
him, right?
Wait, say it again.
She came to you, right?
Again, I was stuck outside because the door to my apartment building somehow got jammed shut.
And she just
She
had.
came in to help me get back inside, and that's when everything else.
Yeah.
That
Mhm.
sounds like an intro to a
Mm.
bad porno. I'm not even gonna lie.
So let me she been saw that.
Oh, she saw it.
Y'all
Damn
keep
right she saw it. She kept looking back and forth at the motherfucker.
And she didn't say nothing. Oh, she was ready.
She ain't tell me shit.
No, she was
She's
ready.
like, you ready?
I didn't mean to take over your final thought, but that shit was funny. I'm
I
sorry.
bet you. I bet you in the back of her head, she was like, "His dick is out. His dick is out."
It,
I don't, I
the
don't
t-
know what she
the
was thinking, and I
500
don't
times,
care. I
the
don't
500
care.
times she kept on looking down. You ain't want to look down too to see why she keep looking down. Like
That
it
was
didn't.
set up. You know that she want him to look down so
I,
that when he looks
I
back up, she could smile
I was
and give it okay.
okay. I
yeah, I was like,
repeat.
why this hoe keep looking down for?
I
It's getting
repeat.
on my nerves.
Okay. I repeat. I had just smoked.
Hmm.
They ain't got shit to do with shit.
So you just smoked. What you
I
smoking weed?
see. See, I'm trying to avoid certain references because again, I'm not 100% sure what I can and can't say without getting very in trouble.
Okay, so you just smoked, so you wasn't in your right mind, and it didn't register to you because it was moving slow. That the thing was hanging outside.
It was saying hi to everybody.
You see, yeah, females like if I know if somebody keep looking up and I'm like, damn, what this hoe keep looking down for? What the
Mm-hmm.
hell? So I look down to make sure before I go off on her ass. What you keep looking down there for? What the hell you looking for?
You gotta address these women that be doing that shit.
I know your wife would have went off on her ass real quick. What the bitch? What you looking down there for? Why
What?
your eyes keep
Put up,
wandering down there?
cross
Man,
up,
listen.
let's jump her together because what
Exactly.
you
If
was
she was
look.
next to you, she definitely would have. She would have knocked that little hoe 2 times. Like, girl,
The,
if
the
you look
funny
down
part
one
is
more motherfucking time, we're gonna have a
the
problem.
funny part is I actually told my lady about that,
Oh,
and she
shit.
just laughed her ass off. She
Oh,
just
Cause it
laughed
is
at me.
hilarious to everybody else but you. Cause that was like,
It is it's to me it's funny, but it's not funny. It's just like damn, she just
and
mm.
she didn't say nothing, and she just kept on staring at it.
So just one more question.
she again she looking down there, and then she looking up at me. She look.
Have she talked to you ever since that? After that, or
I
is not?
I
Now she
haven't
avoid
I
you,
haven't
huh?
seen her again yet. I haven't seen her again yet, and
Now she's so
I don't
she
know
embarrassed.
what she's gonna
Now
do
she
with
avoiding you, or she might just start talking to you even heavier now. She probably gonna start knocking on your
Mm-hmm.
door.
chill. Don't
You
bring
know
that
what's
upon me.
cracking
Don't
up?
bring that upon me.
You
No,
know,
no, no,
you
no,
just
no.
said your girl's bisexual, so
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, but she's also extremely protective when it comes to me.
Yeah, just like every bisexual woman I know, they super protective.
are you ready?
She's
Yeah,
like, you
bro.
ready?
Yeah, she bisexual. She got twice to lose. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
This, yeah, this is so funny. This is too funny. Like this is definitely one of those awkward moments in life. And
Awkward ain't the
when you
word.
felt the air hit you,
The first thing that went through my mind, honestly, was wait, what the fuck was that?
Dion said he made a turn and felt the air hit him, so it didn't slap like.
God
Yeah.
damn,
Hey,
Dion.
the sun is out this morning. I'm gonna be too.
By the way, Dion, Kevlar in the chat said, "Damn, my man got that fire."
I'm telling you, it
No way.
unbuttoned your button, Dion. The whole thing unbuttoned your button.
I'm just hoping
Dion got up and that shit said, "Hello."
Leave me
He said,
alone.
"I'm gonna unbutton this today.
Peekaboo.
He's gonna be outside. He's not gonna let us get locked in."
it's springtime. We better spring up.
Leave me alone.
Oh man. All right. Is that it? Is that it for your final thought?
Yeah. Okay. Leave me alone. Go to the next person.
All right.
Wait, but Dion, you still gotta explain how the air hit it. Like, you tell me the whole time you was sitting next to homegirl outside, you didn't feel the air.
You gonna destroy this man. You better
Lady,
stop.
leave me alone.
You are going to destroy me.
No further question. Leave
Do
me
you get
alone.
this man is not in a state to answer any of your questions right now.
He
Please
smokes.
call at another time.
Oh shit.
I know that air must
Okay.
have been
I'm
tingling
still,
you when that thing
okay.
hit.
Listen, I'm still feeling this weed, and his Ray nephew was kicking my ass. Leave me alone.
I'm like visuals advance. Can't keep my dick in my pants. My business.
Oh, God.
Yo, let me tell you something. That wind hit it. He's like, ooh, it's kind of cold out.
Oh shit. Crystal is on you.
All right. So there. So what I'm about to talk about is not gonna help. And I had this plan. So don't think I'm using on. All right.
You know what? You ain't said nothing yet, and I already feel attacked.
No.
The fact that you had to preface it, I already feel attacked.
No, because it's about the previous topic. So let me just
Oh shit.
say it real quick, okay?
Woosah.
Because I know we're trying to get off. So I know a lot of men are having like erectile dysfunction, and I
Not
need,
Dion.
huh?
Not Dion.
I wasn't. Leave me
He was
alone.
definitely functioning.
No,
I wasn't
no,
even.
I finally
No,
stopped laughing.
no,
Don't do this to
no,
me.
no. I'm not even listening. I was about to say no, no, no.
All right, go ahead. Continue, Crystal.
So, all right.
You broke everybody.
She had to mute herself so she could laugh for real, for real.
Yo, Kevlar says she seems curious about it.
Yeah,
I repeat, leave me alone.
All right. So, whew, all right. So we got to go back to our roots. All joking aside. So,
Oh,
men
shit.
should not be drinking soy milk. Yes, there's studies showing that it doesn't really do anything to the sorry. It doesn't really do anything major to the penis, but it does feminize. It has lowered man's testosterone level, and it does affect your erections. So soya based products is basically in everything we fucking eat. Now they like to do these studies to say, oh, it's a certain amount that may affect it or not affect it. But let me tell you something. Soya is basically in most things that we eat. So don't let them fool you. It's fucking up the testosterone for men. That's why they also did a study and realized that it's lowered men's testosterone at 35%. And this study was done in 2005. So the fact that it's 85 percentile now makes perfect sense because soya is in everything. So men need to have more almonds in their diet. Get rid of the soya. If you see a product that has soya, leave it alone. Also, there's a lot of chemicals in the food and hormonal changes that it's called like gender bending, if that makes sense. So what it does is it uses um the like, okay, so when we have food or pills or whatever, it goes into the water system, correct? Unless we are filtering it with distilled water, if we're drinking distilled water to a certain degree, you're getting all of that crap in your body, all that hormonal pills and all this crap. You think it's not affecting? So yeah, you guys have to really be careful what you put in your body. And that's easier said than done at the end of the day. But just eat a lot of almonds. Almonds is a natural resource. Also, if you are to take things like honey and Viagra and all that stuff, just remember that doing it the natural way, or even having once in a blue moon, I know I'm going to sound like a freak right now, but having a penis pump, it's a way to massage the muscles in your penis and make them stronger. Please try not to take that uh, type of pills because it delays your orgasms. It can reduce your libido, painful erections, um, and you'll have difficulty reaching orgasm. It might not happen immediately, but down the line, if you still want to be active in your 40s, 50s, and even 60s, do not take those pills at all. Just do it naturally. The younger, the better. But the more you could get on track with this is the best bet. And also, one more thing that I have to say, and it's going to sound gross, but some men do it. It is what it is. Do not have sex with a woman while she's on her period, only because it fucks up the libido. Now, do your own research to find out exactly why. It's not because it's something wrong, but it does fuck up your libido. That's all I got to say.
Huh.
All right. Father, it is on you.
Yeah.
And Kevlar said, "Yep, she's a freak." So that's... Go ahead, Father.
Hey, yo, Dion, she should have sent you a tip for your time. I'm just saying.
Oh,
You know, you ain't shit.
I had
But
one in the chamber. I had one in the chamber. I had to let it rock.
Bang.
you ain't shit. That's all I got to say about that.
Bruh. Yo, anyway, so
You my nigga, but you ain't shit.
damn right. So for my final thoughts, I don't know. I just wanna. I'm on my what's it called? So like in astrology, like Venus is like the planet of like love and shit like that, and I'm really feeling Venus energy a lot lately. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on. I don't know if I'm even making sense right now, but that's what I've been feeling a lot lately. So, yo, I just now started like a whole like face routine for my skin and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I want like my skin is already pretty like good, but I'm trying to fucking evolve that shit. I'm trying to be out here like Maxwell Male Models type. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be like my Sailor now. God damn it! So what I do have is I have this thing. It's called sapo. It's like this sponge that we use in Ghana, and it's really good because it's like rough, kind of. So like it really cleans the shit out of you. So I have that, and then I also have African black stroke soap straight from Ghana. Then to finish off, I have cocoa. I have cocoa butter that's imported straight from Ivory Coast. So I'm excited. I'm about to be glistening, and I'm about to be fucking. I'm about to be glistening. That's my final thoughts. I'm about to level up on it.
Okay, first things first. B, do you want to do the after party joint tomorrow since we wasn't able to do it yesterday?
Yes.
Well,
Okay.
y'all doing another after party? Oh shit!
Yeah. Everybody's welcome to come. It's just like you
We
know.
normally do it every Wednesday, but I don't know, something about my eyes that just could not stay open yesterday that failed me terribly.
Oh man, it's okay. It's like life happens. It's okay.
Well, last week it was something going on because I missed the whole podcast last week, which I was so sad about. When I woke up, I was like, "Damn!" But tomorrow, I'm. You see, I'm up today,
Yeah, I see you up.
and I had a great laugh. Thank you, Dion. I needed that. I really needed that, Dion. I'll tell you, boy, that's gonna have me keying for a while.
Dion, you got to keep us posted.
I really do. Like you, because I want to know how awkward it's gonna be the next time you see homegirl,
I am so glad this is not me at this time.
and what she gonna say to you, or what you gonna say to her, because she should have told you, or if she gonna be you know how some of them girls is. All of a sudden, she act like she the victim,
Mm-hmm.
I bet you the first thing she's gonna do when she see you on site is look down. I guarantee it.
or
She
you
gonna
gonna check her.
yeah, she gonna check.
Yo, Dion, you should come out with short shorts just to see.
You should come out in short shorts and some Gucci slides.
Oh, this remind me of a story when I was young, like real young, like very young. There was this old man. They used to sit like on the, outside his porch, and he used to always wear shorts, and his balls used to always hang outside. And he was just, I don't know if he was perverted or something, because he out and mm, yeah, but that's not you, Dion. Your balls was hanging outside.
Oh God.
Way outside.
Oh my God.
Your
I think
head
we
was,
just
but your balls wasn't. So that's a good thing. It was, you know, it was accidental.
Way outside.
you're just
All
like,
right.
I ain't got time for the abuse.
All right. And and I guess for my actual final thought is yeah. Uh I'm glad I'm glad Dion can tell a story and it doesn't have to end with me. So Dion could be on the top of block because usually it be my stories that people be talking about. But thank you, Dion. I don't have to do but I will say this. I hope I hope whatever was said today, a lot of people can learn from it because I feel like a lot of y'all did drop some knowledge in here. So
Mhm.
I appreciate all y'all for coming here. So with that being said, I would like to thank the panel for jumping on once again. I would like to thank all y'all for listening to hear us talk our shit again. This is You Know What? Let me just say podcast, and we are signing out. Peace.
Peace.
Yeah.
Bye.